What is up, my friends? It is another match day here on Anfield Agenda. The Reds looking to stay perfect as they travel to Selhurst Park to take on Crystal Palace. The team news is in. I guess the big news is Cody Gakpo doesn't start. We believe Florian Wirtz will be playing on the left wing. So your Liverpool lineup today is as follows. Alisson Becker in goal. At right back, Conor Bradley. Your centre backs, Kanade and Van Dijk. Left back, Milos Kerkez. A midfield of Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai. And then up top, Mohamed Salah right, Alexander Isak through the centre. And on the left-hand side, Mr. Florian Wirtz. Your Liverpool bench, Georgi Mamardashvili, Gomez, Endo, Chiesa, Jones, Gakpo, Robbo, Frimpong and Rio Engamoa. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. I have to say, no complaints from me with that starting 11. That is what I would have gone for personally, so I'm good. Let me know how you're feeling about it. We'll, of course, bring you all the information we can before the game, but we do have plenty of time to have a proper old chat before we get underway. Keep me up to date with what's happening in the Brentford Stadium as well, because, of course, they're beating Manchester United, or at least they were, before I started 2-1, so let me know an update on that one as and when it happens. It's at the G-Tech. Isn't that what it's called, actually? The G-Tech Stadium. Robin said, you called it, Wirtz on the left. Look, someday, Robin, my genius will be appreciated for what it really is. Jokes. No, I just think it's sensible. You know, we talked about this in the podcast as well, which is why I really did push for the idea of Wirtz on the left. It just makes sense to me. Just give it a look. It doesn't. I'm not saying it's going to be a success or not, but he just looked more comfortable out there for the few minutes that we'd seen him on the left-hand side. So I thought with Gakpo not really in the form that he'd want to be, that we all know he's capable of, just made sense to give him a look on the left for me. I'm happy with that 11, but of course, the performances and the result is what matters today. But yeah, good starting 11 for me to build from. You know, nice strong bench there for the Reds as well today to have a look at if you need to make options. Chiesa's there, Jones is there, Gakpo, Robbo, Frimpong, Rio. You know, good options. So yeah, no complaints from me. Glad to see Wirtz starting off the left. Keane today really played there for short spells. Excuse me, had a bit of a hiccup. So yeah, Graham Potter's been sacked apparently as well, folks. Mark just reminded us of that in the chat. Didn't even know that till this second. Although I was wondering why I'd seen an image of Graham Potter when I opened up one of my score apps today. But there you go, yeah. So Graham Potter being sacked at West Ham. They're another club that's gone through the managers, well, crazily quickly over the last few years. So let's take a look now at Crystal Palace and how they line up. It's Dean Henderson in goal, then Chris Richards, Lacroix and Gay making up their back three. Munoz, Kamada, Wharton and Mitchell in midfield with Pino, Sarr tucked in behind Mateta. That is the Palace 11. The benches for Crystal Palace as well is Lerma, Nketiah, Uche, Klein, Hughes, Canvot, Sosa, Matthews and Devaney. So that is the Crystal Palace bench. Forest ex-manager taking over West Ham. It is crazy, isn't it, the manager merry-go-round in world football? Like, it's nuts. I often talk about this with my mates and stuff. It's one of the only jobs in the world where you can get fired, get a nice big payoff, and walk into another gig pretty quickly. I know it is a high-pressure environment of a job as well, and if results don't go well, it's always the manager that gets fired. Isn't obviously never the player; it's always the manager. So, must be a weird lifestyle. Right, let me just mess around my camera a little bit, see if I can't brighten things up a tiny little bit. 1 second. Right, let's have a go. We'll go with that a little bit quicker. That's too much. There. I think that looks good. Cool. I think camera look okay for everyone. Give me a thumbs up if it is. Right, what else have we got? I work at Selhurst Park and I'm excited for Liverpool to play. Wish I was the away end so I could show my allegiance. Well, yeah, still class though that you work there, mate. And if you get to watch the game, enjoy. Either way, appreciate you dropping in to say hello. Right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'd like you to do? Give me a like on the video if you can. Let's try and get her up to the 1,000 likes before the game gets underway. Of course, it isn't a game today that is available on TV in the UK. I'm lucky. In Ireland, I'll be able to watch it here on Premier Sport. So, luckily enough, this is the 3 p.m. game that we get this week. Ramadan. So Brentford have been surprisingly decent this season. Um, they have a task on their hands for me, mate, to stay up this year. Brentford. It's probably the first time since they've come up that I've had a concern that they may go down. But if they beat United, that'll do me. But, whatever else happens, if they take points off United, that's a great season. Great season. Liz, how are we, my friend? Happy match day to you as well, over in sunny Florida. What would it be now, Liz, over there? You must be, well, it's nearly 2 o'clock, so what's that in Florida? 9 a.m.? Just approaching 9 a.m.? Should be 3-1, said Shane Hoskin. Should be 3-1. Yeah, I haven't got it on. Do you know what? I might as well stick it on in the background. Just remind me to put the Liverpool game back on. I'll stick the United game on here now, just so I have it on in the background. 1 sec. It's on TNT, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll keep it on the background just so I can keep myself up to date with the score. 63 minutes gone there, and it is 2-1 to Brentford. Oh, there's Keith Andrews, Irishman, managing Brentford as well, with Caoimhín Kelleher in goal, Nathan Collins at centre back. It's a big Irish love in there, Brentford. It's weird, my eyes are drawn to the game and I want to start doing comms on it for you because that's what I normally do. But yeah, United clearing away a corner there. That's an interesting third kit, isn't it? That United one, or the black and gold one. I hadn't seen that one before today. That shows you how much attention are actually paid to United's kits and stuff. I've never even seen this kit before. Can I see a screen share the match with us? No, I can't. I'll be done. Unfortunately, channel will be closed down if I did that. John from near Liverpool, New York said, busy day here, watching the game while tailgating for the Syracuse University football game. Go Reds and go Orange here. P.S. What's with the pukey Man United jerseys? I don't know, just looking at them, I've never seen them before. It's see, I like that as a colour combination personally. I love my vibrant, bold colours, black and orange, black, yellow. Yeah, that's up my kind of street. But yeah, it's an interesting. The shorts are just weird seeing them with yellow. Because, of course, they can't wear the same shorts as Brentford, who are wearing black. So, John, to go back to your comment, mate, I have to be repping. I'm a Cornhusker. Sorry. Chad sent me over so much Nebraska Cornhusker gear. I'm now a Cornhusker. So, yeah, that's my college allegiance pinned to the mast. I've obviously got the Packers in the NFL. Craig, who would be a perfect fit for the Ireland job? Me. Honestly, mate, I don't know if it matters too much who manages the Ireland team at this point, because fixing the manager would be way down the list of priorities and things I would tear up with the FAI and start again. Enjoy your matches and hydrate. Always hydrate, Liz. Coffee's here, water's here. I'm good to go. Oh yeah, now that I'm seeing that United shirt up close, the little accents of blue ruins the shirt for me. So yeah, that one can go in the bin. It had potential, but they somehow still managed to ruin the look of it. David says, when did Brian USA find your channel? It's also a good question. I certainly have a memory from when I did our very first live show. Brian flew over for it, and I don't think I'd known him that much longer. So 3 years, maybe a little bit more, 3 and a bit years, something like that. I lived in Omaha, Nebraska for 6 years. There you go. 50 ping skiller. I loved it because they're Adidas, they're red, and it works perfect for me. Chad sent me over a couple of Cornhuskers jerseys, I think 3 or 4 hoodies, some t-shirts, baseball hats. I'm absolutely decked out in Cornhusker gear, repping Nebraska, walking around my town. And of course, doesn't hurt that Bud Crawford is from Omaha either, and always reps the Cornhuskers when he's walking into the ring. Tyler said, kids' footy games cancelled today. Finally get to catch a weekend stream. Sorry to hear the games are cancelled, but glad to hear you're here with us, Tyler, my man. Thank you. Right, let's get cracking. Let's drop in and see how everybody is in the rest of the chat. What have we got? Bud Crawford to go? Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, I remember, and not to go off topic already because I know we're here for footy, I remember the first time I ever seen Terence Crawford. Didn't know anything of him. And I remember him coming to fight Ricky Burns. And I remember thinking, oh my God, this dude is unreal. Because like Ricky Burns was no slouch at that point. And I remember Crawford just coming over, ripping the titles away and thinking, I'm going to follow this man's career because this dude is legit. And then ever since then, I've watched every Terence Crawford fight I could possibly watch. And just to see where he's gotten to and get that very convincing win over Canelo and yeah, just incredible fighter. And, you know, the one that really stood out and impressed me, obviously beat Canelo, that's huge. But the fight against Errol Spence Jr. was the one for me where we all thought it was going to be a 50-50 fight. And Bud Crawford just wiped the floor with him. It was super impressive. Today, though, I mean, this is probably the most nervous I felt for a league game. Like, going up to Newcastle was obviously a lot on it for a varied mix of reasons. But today, I feel nervy about this game. So if we can get through this one, I'm going to feel very happy, very relieved. Mike Manser, always lovely to see you in, sir. Michael Dunstan, how are you? Lovely to see you as well. Frozen said, welcome back. Hope you and the family are well. Bring bit in on centre backs. I thought Mr. Can Do No Wrong Dominic Soboslai at centre back. No, I don't want our good players taken out of their positions. I hate the idea of players being ripped from their best positions to be shoved into another one, because we left ourselves short. So that, like, no, a right back was bad enough. I didn't want him there because, you know, his talents were wasted, but he did a great job. So yeah, I'd say the same at centre back. So I know we're going to be inundated today with where can we watch the games. That's going to be a post you're going to see hundreds and hundreds of times in the chat. For me, I can tell you where to watch it in Ireland. I'm sure our friends in the UK or other parts of the world can help out as well. So DAZN Spain will be showing the game. Premier Sport here in Ireland will be showing the game. I'm sure, as I said, our friends in America can let us know where it can be watched there and in other parts of the world, but it won't be on TV in the UK because of the 3 p.m. blackout, obviously. Peacock, said Liz, streaming the game in America. Thank you, Liz. So that's Peacock in the States, Premier Sport in Ireland, DAZN in Spain, I think DAZN in Portugal. Yeah, a load more saying Peacock as well over in the States. Craig, isn't it great to be back at the top like the good old days? Arlo, it is, mate. It is. See, I didn't really get to see the good old days too much at Liverpool. I came in just when Liverpool started to get to their end of era of dominance, so I had to wait that full 30 years for a league title. Stan Sport, DAZN in Canada, Stan Sport in Australia. beIN Sports, it's on there as well. Penalty for United. Penalty for United. Let's have a look at this one. I'm seeing the ref point to the spot, so let's see what it's about. I don't know why Collins puts an arm on his shoulder. Putting an arm, that's just asking for a penalty. That ain't going to be overturned. So Collins goes in the book and it's a penalty to United. No, it's not available on the All Reds app, Christina. It's not. It can't be shown. The 3 p.m. kickoff legally in the UK cannot be shown. I know it sounds stupid. It does, but that unfortunately is the rule. 3 p.m. games are blacked out from being shown on any platform in the UK. So United now with a chance to make it 2-2. I'll talk you through this penalty in a moment. If you can though, folks, do hit that like button for me. Let's try and get us up towards 1,000 likes before the game kicks off. They're still delaying this penalty for some reason. I don't know why. I really don't know what they're waiting for. They keep showing one angle of this, but we need to see it from a different angle. I don't know why they just... Have they not got an angle from the other side of this or behind it that they could show? Because this angle just seems a little bullshit. You need it from behind. That angle is terrible. Yeah, so penalty awarded, I believe, after a VAR check where we couldn't once see a decent angle. I would have liked to have seen a better angle on it. So yellow card, penalty, Bruno to take it for United. And Brentford about to make a change here just before the penalty. Trying to get in Bruno's head, I think. They're checking a red card because he was the last man, you were saying. It's weird though, I would have liked to have seen it from the other side as well. But anyway, look, it will be a United penalty eventually. They're still making those substitutions. Why are the 3 p.m. games not watchable in the UK? It's to protect live attendances of football in the UK. It's a rule that nobody really agrees with anymore, or very few agree with. But it's to protect live attendances for 3 p.m. games right across the board in the UK. Who's on the bench for Liverpool today? I seen somebody ask in the chat. It's Gomez, Endo, Chiesa, Jones, Gakpo, Mamadashvili, Robertson, Frimpong, Engamoa. That's the Liverpool bench. Huge delay here in this penalty. United fans praying. Don't be worrying, love. You always get a penalty. There's always an El Peno in a game for United. Amram looking down as well. He's such a pussy. Look at United fans literally praying here. Praying, and I'm not joking. Praying that they can get an equaliser against Brentford away. Praying. Anyway, here's Bruno with the penalty. Which Kelleher saves. Kelleher saves. Bruno misses. United still losing. Yes, Queeveen. Big Queeve. Doing big things. See? Your prayers went unanswered, love. Good save. Wasn't a great penalty. It was going towards the corner, but it wasn't struck with conviction. There was no conviction behind that penalty. Yeah, was not a great penalty, that one. He did not put much power behind that one. Well done, Connor. Up there saving penalties as well. Craig Fubo in Canada, the zone doesn't show the Prem in Canada. I remember, Gary, you're right, sure, I know that, mate. And because I used to have a Canadian DAZN account, and then we swapped it because Fubo took it over, as you said. So, Fubo, excuse me. So, yes, thank you, mate, for that one. Appreciate you correcting me. Right, anyway, enough of looking at their game. They've got their weekly penalty and they've missed it. Look at them, they're just a bunch of diving bastards. They're now a fullback diving wide looking for free kicks and all. They're such a bunch of clowns. Yes, Queeveen, what a save. Aaron said, starting to feel bad for Man United. Poor lad's never cutting his hair. Yeah, it'll be a while before the United strand gets the old chop the hair off, all right. But, I would say I feel bad for him, but I don't because he's a United fan. And, I feel bad for him as a human being. For other reasons, like the lads that had a pop at him. But the hair thing I actually think is quite clever. It's fun. Oh, I recorded a cool video last night. It was actually more difficult than I expected it to be. So I'd said to you guys I was recording a series of videos for when I'm away. So last night I picked a team of 11, but from the top 11 in the Premier League, and I could only pick one player from each team. So I picked the top 11 as it was last night when I was recording the video. So I had to pick players from the likes of Everton, Sunderland, Manchester United, Bournemouth. It was interesting. And it was tougher than I thought. So I've done that. That'll be a video that goes out when I'm away. One player from the top 11 to make up an 11. Everybody had to be in their positions, and I could only have one from each team. And it was actually quite fun. How long left in the match? There'll be just under 12 minutes, but there'll probably be another 5 or 6 of stoppage time. Nathan's said, Craig, I'm a nobody, but you're a godsend. Mate, we're all nobodies. I'm a nobody as well. So on the 3 p.m s, the official word on it is it's to protect in-person attendances, especially in the lower leagues. The key argument is that if every match were televised live, many fans might prefer to stay at home rather than attend the local match, especially lower division games. The blackout is supposed to safeguard matchday revenue for smaller clubs. I get it, but like I said, I think in this day and age, it doesn't really wash. Like if you're let's say, Peterborough United fan, if you're not going to go not watch Peterborough United if they're at home, if they're your team, because, I don't know, Liverpool against Crystal Palace is on the telly. John from there, Liverpool, said NFL has done away with the blackout of home games about 10-15 years ago. Time that the FA does the same with the 3 p.m. games. I agree. Again, it is about lower league attendances as well, but I agree with you, mate. I think it should be done at this point. It still feels wrong that as a football fan in the UK, let's say, you can't legally watch every one of your team's games. That just feels weird. It just feels weird. Like, I'm in Ireland, a little bit different. Laws are slightly different over here. So, there is some talk that after the 28-29 season, Connor's just set me on, there is some talk the blackout could be abolished then, because that's when the new Premier League EFL broadcasting deals come up as well. Right, some more changes there for Brentford. Let's have a look at the Liverpool 11 again, in case people are coming in a bit late and haven't yet seen it. It's an interesting one. So Florian Wirtz is going to be operating left wing today. Isak to the centre, Salah right into midfield. It's probably as you would expect. It is Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai. Bradley gets the nod at right back, Kirkes at left back, and then it's Canada and Virgil as your centre backs. Am I following the championship? No, I'm not, Milo. I just don't have the time, dude. I barely get to squeeze in watching Barcelona games these days. I just don't have the time to keep it up, especially with the NFL starting as well. Got to get my NFL games in, so don't really have the time to pay. I've never really been a big fan of paying much attention to the championship. Weirdly, and this is probably a bit strange, I'm more likely to have a look at League One because Peterborough, owned by Dara McAnthony, friend of the channel, keep a look at their games. Have you have a look at Tranmere's results as well? Who's my NFL team? Well, you said Chicago Bears, so you're going to hate my answer, Tim. It's Packers. Even got myself my Jordan Love Funko Pop order the other day. But yeah, Packers for me, mate. Oof. The lit there nearly equalised for United. He hooked his shot just wide, but he could have done better with that from a long throw in as well. Am I going to Croke Park tomorrow? No, I've always said to myself, Rory, if I ever do go, I wanted to go to a game in the States and not watch it outside the States. So no, I'm not. I will be watching it though. I will be watching it to see how they get on. But no, I'm not going to go to it. I just one. I thought it might have been the Packers coming over. There was some talk of them eventually, or initially. So I may have gone if the Packers had have. But nah, no interest in going. I'd rather go over to the States if I was ever able to again and never able to go to a game. Would you be against the idea of Wirtz filling in the wings rather than as a true 10? Well, I don't really know yet. We haven't really seen him too much. We got 10 minutes of him on the left wing. So I'll give you a better answer on that one today. But I made an argument during the week on our podcast that I think Wirtz on the left should be looked at for this one. Have I ever been to Wales? Yes, Holly, loads and loads of times. Did a show in Cardiff last year. We were over in Cardiff for a show. Yeah, been loads of times. Go through Holyhead quite a bit. Craig Weaver said it's so nice having the freedom to play another top striker. It's great, isn't it? It's great. Look, obviously be better if Hugo's available to us today as well, but he'll learn his lesson. Manager said he wasn't fined 2 weeks' wages, that was untrue. So that's good. George said, Craig, I've recently gotten into NFL, been also following a team, Pittsburgh Steelers, really enjoying the sport so far. The more you get into it, George, the more you like it. My route to watching NFL was actually a really weird one. I started watching NFL because I start betting on NFL. And then the more I bet on it, the more I watched it. The more I watched it, the more I actually start really liking the sport for what it was. Connor said, "Oh no, Ekatike's banned. We'll just have to play our £125 million striker then." I know, first world problems, Crosby. Why do I think Wirtz off the left is a good idea? I'm not saying it's necessarily the best idea, but I'm saying Gakpo hasn't been at his best. So I think this would be an interesting one. In the 10 minutes he played on the left-hand side before Ngamoa came on, I did think Wirtz got a bit more space out there and a bit more freedom to attack and have a go. So I'd be interested to see if the same thing happens over a longer period in this one. Brett, how are we, dude? Brett Sorensen said this is our best 11. I feel that feels a bit hard on Ekatike because Ekatike's scored more than anybody else and I don't think really done any harm. So I feel like, yeah, I get it because obviously Isak's the £125 million striker, but I feel it's a tad unfair to Ekatike based off what we've seen. Kiwi said bench is what? It's where the substitutes are, mate. Happy to help. Sorry, mate. I'm a shithouse. The bench today is Mamardashvili, Gomez, Endo, Chiesa, Jones, Gakpo, Robbo, Frimpong, Ngamoa. So Mamardashvili, Gomez, Endo, Chiesa, Jones, Gakpo, Robbo, Frimpong, Ngamoa. Another cross in that Kelleher comes and claims. Big Kelleher doing big things. My pleasure. Key Wilt, my pleasure, mate. Okay, you know the way I love throwing you guys a weird question? Am I the only person who doesn't like his coffee hot? Like, I love my coffee. I drink coffee every day. But I like it a little bit over lukewarm. Am I the only one like that? because my missus thinks I'm a freak. Because I'll have a cup of coffee and I won't touch it for about 20 minutes. I'll let it cool down a bit. Or I'll throw a drop of cold water in it. Because I like to drink it quickly, basically, as well. And I don't have much of a tolerance for hot water. Not cold coffee. No, defo not cold coffee. No, I hate cold coffee. I mean, warm enough that I could drink the whole cup in one go, but not scaldy warm. I can't drink hot. I can't get into a really hot bath either, or have a very, very hot shower. Even at that, just a bit above lukewarm. Jace, how are we, sir? Said, watching the United game, surely Amram gets sacked after this loss. Johnny said, I like it almost burning my tongue. Oh, I can't. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe I'm just a pussy for hot stuff, like, but I can't do it. Yeah, like I said, just a bit above lukewarm. Warm, like still hot, but just not hot. Lolly said, me too. I often put some cold water in it. Yeah. So if I'm out, Lolly, if I'm out in a coffee shop and I order a cup of Americano, I'll get a bottle of water as well for the same reason, that when it comes I'll throw a touch of the cold water into it. The Void dude said, I like that cup. Almost certain she got them a little, mate. I've smashed about 3 of them accidentally, but I'm almost certain she picked them up in little. They're not expensive. They're nice though. They're like a tempered glass kind of cup, but I think they're only like £2 or £3. Hammer said it's an Asperger's thing, Craig. Trust me, I'm the same. Even with food, like I'm the same with pizza. I don't like my pizza hot. I like my pizza just above lukewarm. And I like my sausage rolls lukewarm. I don't like hot food, basically, is what I'm saying. Robin said I don't like hot showers. I'm the same. Like, I'll jump in the shower the same day Sabrina had been in it and she'd have it on her settings. And I'd get in it and I couldn't stand it. I'd have to turn it down at least 40% of the heat that she'd have it at. I'm looking at a coffee machine at the minute, actually. I've been humming and hawing about a coffee machine for so long. So I'm looking at 2 at the minute. One DeLonghi one and one Siemens one. And I can't decide which one to go for. Do I dislike hot weather too? God no, I love hot weather. Yeah, I won't go away on holiday, mate, unless I'm going somewhere warm. So yeah, love me the hot weather. I'm definitely a sun worshipper, 100% when I go away. 8 added minutes on this game here. Warm sausage rolls are a crime. Exactly, you're right. They're not as nice. They're much warmer, or much nicer lukewarm or cold. Daniel said, just bought the DeLonghi Dedica today, Craig. I say it's the best. I can't remember, what was the one I was looking at? One sec. It was... One sec. I was looking at a couple of coffee machines over the last few days. Revelia. It's the DeLonghi Revelia was the one I was looking at initially. But then I seen a Siemens one that looked quite nice as well. Doesn't Ninja make a coffee maker? They do, but the Ninja ones you have to, do the whole pressure bar. I'm too lazy for that shit, mate. I want to push a button and it does the work for me. So yeah, I want one of those that you just pour the beans in, push a button and the magic happens. Do I like spicy food? No, not at all. I'm a pussy when it comes to spicy food. Like, I love Nando's marinade on my chicken at home, so I'd always go for like a medium in that. That's because they don't sell that in weaker. But if I go to Nando's, I'll probably have plainish. Who gets dropped from the current bench if Ekatike's in the squad? Let me have a look at it then and I will give you an honest answer. Honest answer is you're probably looking at Chiesa again. That's the honest answer. Like, because if you're bringing in another attacker and you look at our bench, well, you got to have Gomez because you need another centre back option. You need a midfielder in Endo for a defensive minded one. You've got your Jones for the attacking midfielder. I can't see how it would be anything other than Chiesa if you're to put on another centre forward. Pavlos said, same with Phillips. Craig had a 4 years, never let me down. Excellent coffee, one button push, done in less than a minute. Nice. That sounds like a bit of me. That definitely sounds like a bit of me, mate. What's my favourite snack while watching football? Probably peanuts. If I'm just sitting there watching football, a bowl of peanuts or something. Something simple like that. I don't really eat when I'm watching football, to be honest. Why do you think Slot doesn't rate Chiesa? Well, actually, to be fair to Arna, I want to read you out something. I want to just read you out something from Arna. Or from, Arna. He spoke about Chiesa and he said, if he didn't do as well as he did against Southampton, we would probably not look at him as if he gets more playing time. But he did so well that it normally leads to a bit more playing time if you can keep producing in training sessions and in the moments we bring him in. So the managers acknowledge that there is game time there because of that good performance, which is good to see it rewarded. Steve said wine gums are my go-to match snack. Oh, I love wine gums, mate. I do love wine gums. Oh, by the way, I want to say thank you to a few people. So Dave got a Mo Salah Funko Pop for me. And then I woke up today and Paul, another member of our community, had picked up the Elmo or an Elmo Funko Pop. So it's just the fluffy one I'm looking for now. If any Americans can find a Gabriel Iglesias fluffy Funko Pop, do let me know and I will happily pay the cost to get it over. Yes, Sam, I am going to be watching it on the Premier Sports channel, dude. We have 35 minutes to go till kickoff. If you can help me out by hitting that like button, please do. Brentford now trying to counter as they're into the 5th, almost 6th minute of 8. Damsgaard now. Strike, goal, 3-1 Brentford, game over. (3-1) Brentford, game, set and match. They're back, baby. They're back. United are back. Ruben Amram looks bewildered out there. So it is Brentford 3, United 1. Bruno had the chance to level it up 2-2 from the penalty spot. Big Queeveen made the save. Brentford with a wonderful counter, and I mean a really wonderful counter-attacking goal here. Some great play to get around the United press. And then it was just a rocket of a shot. I think from Damsgaard, was it? I'm not actually sure. I think it was Damsgaard. No, it was Jensen. Jensen gets it. Rocket of a shot. Keeper dives. Nowhere near it, really. Keeper could have done better, I think. Yeah, keeper could have done better. Not great goalkeeping there, but good strike, good finish, great counter-attack. Well done, Jensen. Great counter-attack that. They play their way out from the back, and then when they get past the press, it opens up for them. So, United fans, keep singing your stupid Ruben Amorim song. You know the one you moan on about over and over and over. The only song they seem to know these days. Keep singing it. Get as much as you can. Zach said, I'm planning to come to the UK from the US next year. What's the best way to get tickets and best pubs around Liverpool? Also, go back, go. the best way to get tickets, like we were saying the other night, is to go through legitimate sources like the club, mate, and get a hospitality ticket if you can. We did a piece the other day, Zach, and maybe it's best for me to say watch the short on it if you can, because Liverpool closed down 100,000 accounts, ticketing accounts that were fraudulently selling their tickets on, or selling them, touting the tickets up at multiples of the face value, which is against the rules. So I would say, mate, just go through either an official travel partner of the club or buy hospitality. Like, I'm going over next month, Zach, and I had to buy a hospitality ticket with Brian and the lads we're going over with. And pubs around Anfield, you can't really go wrong. 12th man would be usually the one I'd pop into if I was around. The Arkles, I mean, again, it's each to their own, but it's over. Full whistle's gone at the G-Tech. It is Brentford 3, Manchester United of the lower half of the table 1. Ruben Amorim continues his revolution at Manchester United. Sorry, I meant to say revolting football. Same thing. It's a shame that, isn't it, lads? It's a shame. Now it's up to us to do our job today, and then we can sit back again tomorrow and watch Arsenal go to St James's Park. Goldbridge swearing like mad. Ah, well. You know, I'll be making sure to message all my United supporting friends later on just to check in on them, see how they are, you know. It's what I do as a friend, you know. Part of Craig's friendship is, you know, check in on you, see how you are when the results don't go your way. And by check in on, I mean absolutely taunt. Oh, I might even message Goldbridge. Did I tell you that we exchanged a couple of messages a few weeks ago? Long story short, you know the way I'm talking all the time in the mindset of dialogue is the best way forward, like I've always said. Reached out, sent him a message a couple of weeks ago. He did reply to me, to be fair. It was just a very brief exchange, very courteous. Just like I said, there's no need for any of us in life to be going through animosity. So dialogue's always the best way. Lost 3 times against them in 4 seasons. They're they've just had a horrendous start, United, and it's great. Hammer UK said United have been horrible since Fergie left, and the only reason they were competitive was De Gea. Since he left, they've been shocking. De Gea was, there was a period in time where De Gea was like almost unplayably good. Like, he was saving United so many points over the seasons. At one point, he was just a phenomenally good goalkeeper. Successful hate watch, said Gojo Satoru. Well, I agree. I had the second half on in the background there as well, mate. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I need your help. We are 500 odd likes away from the 1,000, which we've managed to get for over a year now before every game on the old like. So if you can, do hit that like button for me. For people coming in, let me run you through the 2 teams. We'll start off with the home side today. Let me give you what Crystal Palace are lining up like. So for Palace, it's Henderson in goal, then Richards, Lacroix and Gay making up their defensive 3. Munoz, Kamada, Wharton and Mitchell ahead of them. Then it's Pino, Sarr and Mateta up top. For Liverpool, it is Alisson in goal, right back Conor Bradley, left back Milos Kirke, centre back pairing today Ibrahim Kanada and Virgil van Dijk. In midfield, Ryan Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister. Up top, Florian Wirtz on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, Mohamed Salah. And through the centre, of course, not Diogo, my days. I'm so Diogo Jota on the brain. Through the centre, Isak. It is mad how muscle memory works like that, isn't it? So used to it. Yeah, That's... Sorry. It hits you just there that he isn't here anymore. Yeah. Sorry. On the bench, Lerma, Nketiah, Uche, Klein, Hughes, Canva, Sosa, Matthews and Devaney for Crystal Palace. For Liverpool, Gomez, Endo, Chiesa, Jones, Gakpo, Mamardashvili, Robbo, Frimpong and Gamoa. Jack said, can we all laugh at United as they're in serious mud, close to the relegation? Amram gone if they don't beat Sunderland. Oh, how times have changed. Yeah, I mean, if they do fire him, I think it's 12 million quid to fire him before his first anniversary as United manager. I think that was what was in his contract I seen on the TV at one point. But what do you do? Like, who do you go with? Wiggy said, send in love, Craig. We all shared that moment with you. It just, I don't know. When I was saying his name, it just felt like autopilot. You know, you're so used to saying it and thinking, right, he's through the centre. It's just, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, it just hit me in that moment for a second. And I just had to pause because, you know, yeah, not here. Brad said, Kelleher for Anfield Agenda man of the match, even though he plays for Brentford. Well, we've got Connor. He was double jobbing today, saving penalties for Brentford and, you know, doing the matchday stuff at Anfield Agenda. Connor said the next United manager will have 3 months probation. Potter for Man United, said Leona Farrell. I mean, where would they go if they did sack Amarim? You know, what? I know Glasner's been mentioned. Carrick has been mentioned at one point. Gareth Southgate. Oh, please make that happen. Would I make any changes to the lineups at LFC? No, I'm actually really happy, mate, with the 11. Look, you can make an argument that right back, Bradley Frimpong. I think Bradley away from home, it makes sense. You could make an argument again on the other side. Diego Kirkes, Diego Robertson. Again, I think I can understand going away from home to Galatasaray on Tuesday where the manager's going with what he has. So, yeah, no complaints from me about the starting 11. How was Chiesa not starting this game baffles me. It's really straightforward, like I said, all week. It's just going to be about rest and recovery. Like, if the manager didn't play the players he did today up top, he'd have undermined his own resting of the players during the week. So, to me, no surprise whatsoever to see the front three. Like, yes, Gakpo or Visa, fair enough on the left, but I said it all week, mate. I told you all week Chiesa wasn't going to be starting. And I said why as well. Like, it would undermine what we've done if he starts. The whole point of the midweek game was that we were able to rest your Salahs, your Van Dijks, your Wirtz, your Canades, your Gravenbergs. That was the whole point of it, so they're fresh. What minute would I sub Chiesa on? Impossible to answer without knowing how the game is going. Yeah, you can't answer that one until you know how the game is going. Or how long we can get out of Isak through the middle, as an example. Like, if Liverpool were to go into a 2-goal lead, maybe the manager thinks, right, enough of Isak then at a 55, 60 minute mark, time to get Fede on. But, you know, we don't know. Liam said, Craig, do you think it's a good thing Cody isn't starting considering his current form? Well, I wouldn't go as far as to say I think it's a good thing, but I can understand the thinking. You know, I don't think it'll be a surprise to anybody to hear them. A lot of Liverpool fans don't think Cody's had the greatest of starts to the season. As always, there are people who go far too far in the other direction. But it's understandable to me. I can see why it was a coin flip decision maybe for Arner of whether to go with Gakpo or Wirtz on the left. And For what it's worth, I would have done the same as he's done today. Robin said, imagine Salah, Isak and Wirtz in the same attack. It's filth, isn't it? It's absolute filth, just getting to think about it and look at it. Yeah, this feels like we see our big summer spending. Of course, there's no Ugo today because he's suspended, but yeah, it's an exciting 11. Wes Roberts said, I keep looking at the team and can't help but be impressed by the depth. Nay Edit said, Craig, please don't judge me and I won't judge you because it could get ugly before it gets beautiful. I'm not sure what that's in relation to, mate. Sorry. Happy not to judge you or have you judge me, as you said, mate, but I'm not sure what's in relation to, so excuse my ignorance on that one. Would you say Palace getting close to a top 7 side? It's a tough question because there is a part of me that feels they're overachieving. You know, you look at the play, like, let's look at that Palace 11 today, right? Richards, Lacroix, Gay. You know, 2 decent players and 1 great player there in Gay. In midfield, Kamada, Munoz, Wharton, Mitchell. I mean, Mitchell, meh. Wharton, take him, great player. Munoz, lots of energy. But then Pino, Sarr, Mateta. I mean, it's a good 11. It's more the system and the way that the manager has them coached in the system that I think is giving them the place that they have and giving them the little bit of success that they've had. And also, they deserve tremendous credit for losing players like Eze, Elise, and still being able to be very, very, very competitive. Connor said they finished 12th last season too. That's what I'm saying. I think they're overachieving with good coaching and a system that they all know and love. But I don't think they're on the periphery of breaking into the major European places. What am I watching the game on? Premier Sport in Ireland. I'm lucky it's on TV here. Right, I've gone so far into the game and I haven't mentioned this, but if you would like to be in with a chance to win this signed and framed Diogo Jota shirt to celebrate Diogo's life, we've teamed up with our friends at the Collector's Corner, and you need to get over to the Anfield Agenda Instagram account at Anfield Agenda on Instagram, and we will give you all the information there and how you can enter the giveaway. I'll be announcing the winner either during or after a game against Chelsea coming up next Saturday. So make sure you get across and check out the Collector's Corner as well. I ordered myself another shirt last night, lads. I'm done. I'm on the sofa. In the last week, I don't know how I'm still not divorced. In the last week, I've kind of gone a bit mad. And I don't even want to say this out loud because I feel guilty, but I've bought myself a signed and framed Messi, Ronaldinho, and Ronaldo, as in Ronaldo Nazario, the real Ronaldo, signed shirts from the Collector's Corner. And there's another one I've got my eye on. You know, and here's my justification. So obviously, I told you we're looking to get the Anfield Agenda office built. Well, in my eyes, that means that all my Liverpool memorabilia needs to go into the office, right? So my framed Diogo, my framed Virgil, my framed Bobby painting, all that stuff needs to go on the walls in the new office, right? So in my mind, that means I've got space on the walls in the living room. And what better way to fill that space than with a Ronaldinho, a Messi, and a Ronaldo shirt? Do you know, it makes sense to me. Trav said the Red Galacticos, Wirtz and Isak to have a goal involvement. I'm going for 3-1. What a joy. You heard nothing. Oh, is that Sabrina? No. Can you tell Mammy I need a lukewarm coffee? I need a lukewarm coffee. You heard nothing. No, I was just talking about spending our children's inheritance. Yeah. As long as I'm included in whatever's box, it's all good. Well, I bought you your UFC belt, remember? I can lock you in a room. My daughter's paying to be locked in a room. I can do it for you for nothing.
Actually, has to answer questions to be able to get out. Been stuck in there a while. There's not the most intelligent brains going into that room.
I know, yeah. Could be a while. The site is called The Collector's Corner. The Collector's Corner. Are the Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldinho shirts, club shirts, or international? So the Messi one's Argentinian, the Ronaldinho one's Barcelona, and the Ronaldo one is Brazilian. I also have McAllister Argentina signed shirt, but that's going to go out into the office. You sound like a friend that I have that's always buying paintings. I own one painting, and that's the Bobby Firmino one that I have. But look, I've been collecting memorabilia my entire life. I've got shirts in my mother-in-law's attic. Yeah, I've got Maradona, Pele, Gerrard. I've got a lot of stuff signed for over the years. It's what I do. I don't drink. I don't go out, but I do love collecting signed memorabilia. No £600 faceless paintings. No, I do have this one though. I do have a print of a painting that's really cool that I want to show you. 1 second. So this is only a print. This is not an original painting, but let me show you the print because I think it's really cool. 1 second. Right, let me show you this one. Oh, they're always such big images, aren't they? So I've got that one, which that's a print of a painting. It's a high quality print, but I have that as well, and that's going to go up in the office, which I think is gorgeous. So yeah, that's definitely going up in the office on the wall. It's class. I love it. It's so vibrant, and as I said, I wish I was talented. But yeah. So there you go. This is my living room wall as it currently sits. Oh, it's too big again. That's what she said. No, it's not. So here's my living room wall. Because I know a lot of you guys like the behind the scenes kind of stuff. So that is my living room wall. There now. That's where it currently sits on my wall. So they'll be going out into the office. So that Istanbul thing, that's signed by Gerrard and Rafa Benitez, as well as having the medal and stuff in it. So that's what I currently have up on the wall. Right, Dave, you received Mo and Elmo. You didn't say Elmo, Dave. That's class. Dave also got you an Elmo Funko Pop.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you. Right, ladies and gents, we're 13 minutes away from kickoff. If you can't, do hit that like button for me. Thank you, Sabrina, for the coffee. Appreciate it. It is Premier Sports 1, Jonathan. I'm watching on. Yep. How much was the Istanbul pick? I think it was about 400. I think. Now, I got it just before the Former Players Association, before they stopped doing it. I bought it directly from the ex-players, xplayers.co.uk, and Yeah, they no longer trade, but I got that just before they stopped. I think it was only about 400 quid, something like that. Has Nuno already been appointed the West Ham manager? That's crazy how quick they moved there. Right. Let's just clear up a few things. Ready to go. But like I said, don't forget, do go across, join our giveaway at Anfield Agendas or Instagram. You'll see the post there which tells you how you can enter, and it is available for everyone. Ah, thank you, Connor. I didn't know that. This is why you're the technical brains of the channel, sir. Can I watch the game on LFC TV later tonight? They always show it after midnight. Yeah, so they usually show the games on LFC TV from midnight. Right, folks, we need 119 likes to go, and we've got 11 minutes. So if you can hit that like button, please do. Let's run you through the teams again, just in case you haven't seen them yet. I'll take you through them one more time. 1 second. Right, the Crystal Palace side, Henderson in goal. Then it's Richards, Lacroix and Gay. Midfield of Munoz, Kamada, Wharton and Mitchell. Then it's Pino, Sarr and Mateta. That's the 11 for Crystal Palace. For Liverpool, obviously Alisson in goal. It is today Bradley at right back, Kirk is at left back. Midfield, or excuse me, centre back pairing, Can Dijk. There you go, I've done that one now, nailed that. Canada and Van Dijk. Midfield, Gravenberch, McAllister, Soboslai. Up top, left side, Florian Wirtz, Isak and Mohamed Salah are your other strikers or attackers. Dijk, I like that. I'm going with that. Dijk. I'm happy I've stumbled across that name now. I'm going with that. Dijk. On the bench for Palace, Lerma, Nketiah, Uche, Klein, Hughes, Canva, Sosa, Matthews and Devaney. For Liverpool, Gomez, Endo, Chiesa, Jones, Gakpo, Mamadashvili, Robertson, Frimpong and Rio Ngamoa. How can you watch? You can't in the UK legally watch the game, unfortunately. It isn't on TV in the UK. I'm lucky. In Ireland, it's available today on Premier Sport. But we get 3 p.m. kickoff every week on Premier Sport, and it's pretty random what it is. I got lucky this week. It's Liverpool. So, just a message to the mods. I love that you're protecting us by taking out anybody who recommends sites and stuff. I don't know if there's any need to do that. I just can't say them myself. But, we can't be responsible for any suggestions people make in the chat. I just on here can't speak out loud about them. Now, I can speak about legal routes, and what myself and Connor have for games that aren't on TV is we have a DAZN account in Spain that we pay for every month that we can occasionally watch games on if they're not on TV in the UK. But like I said, fully paid for, fully legitimate. Janos said it's on Spieler 1 in Hungary. Tony Byrne, thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Johnny Jaywick said, my bet this week, Salah to score, Isak to score or assist, Wirtz to score or assist, 3-2 Liverpool. 90-1. That's a pretty tasty bet. I mean, doesn't sound impossible. So yeah, best of luck with it, mate. If you win, the Milky Bars are on you. So stop gambling and invest. Respectfully, isn't that the same thing? Respectfully, when you invest your money, you're risking it. There's no guarantees, right? Unless you're putting it into like a mutual fund or a government-backed fund. So respectfully, I would suggest investing your money is a similar thing to gambling your money, right? So Chase said, so weird it's not on any channel even here in the US. It's on Peacock, Chase, in the US, mate. It's on Peacock. And Connor said, how about everyone just does whatever they want with their own money? Yeah, I'm all for that, Connor. You should be buying Funko Pops and framed jerseys. That's what you should be doing with your money. Invest in the children's inheritance in Funko Pops and signed memorabilia. That's what you should be doing. And I'm sticking to that story. How do I think the game's going to go? I'm nervy about it. I can't lie. It's not going to be a straightforward game. It never is when you play Palace. So I'm hoping for the win. That's all I can say, man. I'm hoping for the win. Am I bright enough for everybody? By the way, so yeah, let me know if I need to brighten up or whatever. I've loads of Funko, said Mitchy boy. So I have, like, when we got our living room redone a couple of years ago, we got, some of the cutouts in the wall. So we've got 4 squares and a big rectangle, and I'm filling them all full of Funkos. For everybody asking, I'm watching Premier Sport. Dave, how are we, Dave? Hope you're well, mate. Said, did you ever think United would be this bad? Honestly, no. No, I didn't, Dave. I thought they'd always be contending for at least a European place of some variety every season. To see them now, I don't know where they are in the league, but I'd imagine it's somewhere 12th, 13th, 14th, somewhere around that. No, I didn't. There's Brian. Mr. Brian, gifting 50 memberships. Brian, we're talking Funko Pops. And I was saying about the only one I can't get, I asked you, could you look at in America for me? And that's the fluffy Gabriel Iglesias one. We've got the Elmo one sorted. We've got a Salah one. But thank you, Brian, for gifting 50 memberships. Cannot wait. Only a few weeks away now, Brian, till we go to the United game. Absolute legend, bro. Thank you as always. And anybody who was lucky enough to get a membership, enjoy. Right. The teams are, I would say, in the tunnel, but they're not. They're standing in between stands, waiting to go out to the pitch at Selhurst Park. Looking out for it. Legend, Brian. Thank you. I'm nervous for this one. I can't lie, I'm nervous. Right, again, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax. I will do my best to take you through the game. It's going to be a busy day for us here today on the channel. Not only do we have the watch along, we have the match reaction, we've got our player ratings video. We're recording another episode of the Anfield Agenda podcast, which will be out at 10:30 tonight. And we'll have a late night agenda later on. So loads for us to go through today. The Reds going to be wearing our away strip today of cream and black. Obviously, Crystal Palace on their home strip. Hayden, thank you for being with us as a member for 5 months. And I hope we get a comfortable win and not scrape a win. Honestly, mate, I take scraping a win today. I keep saying to myself, Hayden, at some point we're going to drop points. At some point we're going to do it. And as each week goes by, the nerves go up a little bit more. Because you're thinking, right, we won again. We won again. So let's hope we're talking about it again as another win. It's DZB, how are you? I'm good, my man. I'm good. Hope you're well. Nice to see you in. Itachi, how are you, bro? Always lovely to see you in. Afternoon, everyone. Let's enjoy the game together. I want an Isak and a Salah goal. I'll take that as well. Itachi, my man. I will take that. Right, again, before we get underway, 2 things. If you would like to submit your player ratings to be included in the video, make sure you sign up to the Anfield Agenda WhatsApp account. You can scan that QR code on the screen now. Connor puts the link in to submit the player ratings into our WhatsApp after the game. We also give you some polls and news information and everything else we can with regards to Liverpool in there. And our giveaway once more, with thanks to our great friends at the Collector's Corner, we're giving you away the signed and framed Diogo Jota shirt. I will be announcing the winner of that next Saturday during the Chelsea and Liverpool game. All you need to do to enter is go across to the Anfield Agenda Instagram account at Anfield Agenda, and you will see all the instructions there on how to enter. Janos said this is the best lineup this season. Reason is Isak will be okay. I hope you're right, my man. I really do. I'm excited to see the team. And again, to run through them both really quickly. Home side, Henderson, Richards, Lacroix and Gay at the back four. Then it's Munoz, Kamada, Wharton and Mitchell in midfield. Pino, Sarr and Mateta up top. For Liverpool, Alisson Becker in goal. Conor Bradley at right back. Left back, Milos Kerkez. Centre backs today, Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Kanade. Midfield, Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister and Dominic Soboslai. Up top, Florian Wirtz on the left. Ugo Ekitike's suspension means that it's Alexander Isak through the centre. And then on the right-hand side, of course, it is Mohamed Salah. Blizzard said, praying for a Wirtz goal. A goal or an assist, Blizzard, my friend. I'll take either one today. The two benches are as follows. For Palace, Lerma, Nketiah, Uche, Klein, Hughes, Canva, Sosa, Matthews and Devaney. For Liverpool, Gomez, Endo, Chiesa, Jones, Gakpo, Mamadashvili, Robbo, Frimpong and Engamoa. Your referees for the day are also as follows. Chris Kavanagh, I believe, is the man in the middle. Fourth official, Sam Allison. Assistants, Dan Cook, Adam Nunn. VAR, Matt Donoghue. Assistant VAR, Konstantin Hadzidakis. I think that's the correct officials. Right, sit back, relax, and let's get to work. Right, get my stream deck ready, check my clock. Yeah, all good to go. Right, folks. I would say enjoy, but it's probably going to be a nervy one. But let's see what we can do. As always, though, if you're enjoying the stream, do hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, why not help us out on our road to 352,000 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button. I have to say, of all the three kits this season, that one there is probably my least favourite. Right, Liverpool kicking off. And we're underway. We are underway. Ball goes back to Van Dijk. And then the referee stops the game and is making us restart it. Sorry, so we're going to have to start that one again. Right, now we're underway. Ball goes back to Van Dijk. He launches the ball long out right-hand side, where Crystal Palace win the first header and the ball breaks in midfield to Kerkez, to Van Dijk. Don't like the camera angle already. Kanade, back to Virgil. Pings one into the left channel, looking for Wirtz, headed down by Richards to Kerkez, who ends up putting the ball behind for a goal kick to Crystal Palace. Come on, the Reds. Again, today, if we can get the result, get ourselves a win, we can sit back tomorrow and we can enjoy the Newcastle-Arsenal game with our feet up. So do our job today, and Sunday's a more relaxing day. David Leslie, thank you, mate, for gifting a membership. Very kind of you. And once again, thank you so much to Brian for gifting 50 memberships earlier on. Sarr now for Palace, out to the left wing. Challenge comes in from Conor Bradley. It'll be a Crystal Palace throw-in, which they get on with quickly. Come on, boys. Palace, again, tried to ping one directly in over the top behind Conor Bradley, but it goes out of play. It'll be Liverpool throwing near our own corner flag on the far side. Ball hooked away by Soboslai. Palace headed back into Liverpool's area, headed away by McAllister. A little bit of head tennis here. Isak flicks it forward. It's intercepted by Palace. Kanade now. Gravenberch. He's crowded out. Palace have it inside the centre circle. Munoz. Back to Richards. Lacroix. He's approaching the halfway line, but nothing on. He goes back to Craig Richards. Sarr. Palace trying to play in a very tight area. Kerkez does well, blocks it, and it goes out for a Crystal Palace throw-in. Come on, the Reds. Mateta. Back to Wharton. Again, immediately, you can see they're looking to get in behind their fullbacks. They know that Bradley and Kirkes are going to be pushing up, and every time Crystal Palace's midfield or defence gets the ball, they're looking to go straight in behind their fullbacks to that area. Two reasons for that. One, maybe to try and exploit the space, but more importantly, to make Liverpool second guess themselves and think that they can't leave the space, they can push forward, that, you know, they want us to get in our own heads, basically. Virgil to Canade. Out to Bradley. Little 1-2. Bradley back to Ibu. Verge again, right in the centre circle. Nothing on there. Goes to Canade. Canade to Wirtz, who's popped into a little bit of space now. Liverpool tried to play that one through to Isak, but Palace get a foot in. Liverpool have it back with Canade. To Bradley now, right side. Salah. Wirtz, little flick. Still Wirtz. He's crowded out, cleared by Richards, I think it was. It'll only be going straight back at them, though, as Alisson scrambles out, collects the ball and plays it to Van Dijk. Ibrahim Canade. I'm aware, by the way, a lot of people can't watch the game, so I'm going to lean heavy into the comms today to try and keep you as up to date as I can. It's back with Alisson now on the edge of our area. To Virgil. He goes across to Canade. Nothing on, so he goes back across to Virgil. Kirkes. Press comes on to him. Again, back to Virgil. Liverpool trying to draw Palace onto us here. Van Dijk. Alisson to Canade. Bradley. Bradley to Gravenberch. Liverpool almost play around that press, but eventually it does go out on the far side for a Crystal Palace throw-in. So you can see patterns of how Liverpool are looking to play out from the press. Again, you're looking at the rondos they do in training there, triangles to try and play their way through the press and progress upfield. Almost got into some space there a second ago, but Palace' second level of press worked. Again, same and same again from Palace. Every time they get the ball, immediately trying to go in behind the Liverpool defence. That's the fourth or fifth time they've tried it already. Canade, again, trying to draw that press on from Crystal Palace, but so far they're willing to just sit off, back off and wait. It's with Alisson. To Virgil. He goes out to Conor Bradley. Immediately the press comes on to him. He goes back to Canade. Am I going to get the full yellow keeper kit? Not quite sure I could pull it off like Ali can, mate. I've got my black goalkeeper shirt, though. That's enough. Right, Wirtz now, who's popped up on the other side in a bit of space here. So I don't... Oh, again, he's just giving the ball away. He's just not on the same wavelength as the players yet. Well done, Ibu. Ibu makes a sliding challenge there to intercept the ball that Palace tried to play through the Liverpool defence. Well done to him. Wirtz now pops back up on the left side. It looks very much like Wirtz is going to play in the half space, trying to find pockets of space as well in between the lines. And Kirkes is very advanced left-hand side. Bradley now with a cross. It's over hit all the way through on the far side where Miloš does well to keep it in. Well done, Miloš. He goes back to Virgil. To Canade. Out to Conor Bradley. Bradley fires in a cross. Again, though, it's over hit and it goes all the way through for a Palace throw-in on the far side. Oh, you got the Iglesias figure, Brian. Thank you. Absolute legend. I'm so excited for that one, Brian. Thank you, mate. Oh, that's awesome. Now I'm completed, Brian. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. Kirkes does well to win the ball back. McAllister. Soboslai. Gravenberch. Back to Virgil. Apologies, I forgot to sync up with everyone. I got so distracted by the referee restarting the game. I'll sync up at 8 minutes for everybody. Canade, back to Virgil. Ibu goes diagonally, looking for Bradley. It's intercepted though by Palace, and now they've got a bit of space. We are at 8 minutes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think this is a Palace corner. So Palace intercept the ball ahead of Bradley, work it into the right channel. Then Liverpool eventually get across, back with Connor Bradley, gets a challenge in, but it'll be a Palace corner on the far side. Be an in-swinger with the right foot here from Palace, again on the far side. Kamada to take it. He gives the signal. Here comes the corner. Ball's deep, right into back post. That's 1-0 Palace. Sarr, 1-0 Palace. Set piece, again, can't defend. And we're 1-0 down. Ismaila Sarr, first set piece we have to defend in the game, and it's 1-0 Palace. Corner swung in deep. Gravenberch heads it back down into our own 6-yard box. Yeah, he heads it straight down to Sarr into our own 6-yard box, and it's 1-0 Palace. We assisted them. What is it about our players heading balls in the wrong direction? We'd Endo last week heading the ball back into his own 18-yard box, and now we've got Gravenberch heading the ball straight into Ismaila Sarr in the 6-yard box. Well, at least we know one thing. We're not going to blow a 2-goal lead this week. It honestly does make you wonder how we're so bad at defending set pieces. But, you know, again, we're going to have to do it the hard way. Canade. Oh, he's giving it away. Mateta now. Palace have a 4-on-2. Sarr into the right channel. Pulls it back. Palace. Alisson makes a wonder save at his near post. Alisson Becker, thank you. And I mean a wonder save. Palace should be 2-0 up, and Canade would have been guilty of giving the ball away. Liverpool now looking to counter with Wirtz. Goes out to Salah. Salah. Back to Gravenberch. He's tripped. Free kick Liverpool right on the edge of the D. Ifan, excuse me, mate. It's on TV in Ireland, mate. I'm lucky. I can watch it. It's on Premier Sport. So, Canada was dispossessed by Kamada in possession. Alisson makes a worldy save on the line to keep us in the game. Absolute. Look at this goalkeeper. What a hero. And then we go up the other end. Gravenberch gets fouled, and it's a free kick to Liverpool right on the edge of the D. Do I reckon Wirtz will get a goal or an assist? I hope so, Jaden. Yeah, I hope so. So it's Salah and Szoboszlai standing over this one. Right on the edge of the D, 18-yard box. Pretty central. Slightly left of central, but mainly central. So it's Salah and Szoboszlai over it. Salah's shaping up more like he wants to take this one, but again, I can't say this clearly enough, by the way. That save from Alisson Becker was absolutely world class. If we get anything from this game, that's going to be why. I'm not sure what's going on here, but they're pointing to the stands. Is there a medical emergency in the stands or something? I don't know what's going on here. Arne Slot got a yellow card. For what? I don't know. Swear we have a fetish for making every game hard. It definitely feels weird. Definitely does, mate. We could be making life a bit easier on ourselves, but I think Arne is angry because it shouldn't have been a corner. It should have been a goal kick. I think that's what Arne is annoyed about. But either way, we should have defended the corner better. So whatever's happening medically in the stadium, obviously we hope whoever it is that needs assistance is okay. Again, we don't have much information, but the game's still delayed. I know Arne's right. Yeah, he's right, but nothing they can do once they award the corner, Ken. It was clearly a goal kick, but we still should have defended the corner. So yeah, we're still waiting, obviously, for the medical emergency to be dealt with. I don't know why the score graphic's gone. Connor, any ideas? Any idea where the score graphic's gone, Connor? Watch Palace play Harambal, 10 defence, 1 up. Well, to be fair, mate, they earn the right to go ahead. So however they play from here, they're defending the lead. Like I said, it's up to us to find a way back into the game now. We are aware the clock isn't there, by the way. We're working on it in the background. It's not actually us that has control over that. It's our it's the people that built our back end system for us. So such a poorly defended corner. The more I watch it back, the more frustrating it gets. Still delay here in the game, folks, as they deal with the medical emergency. In the meantime, if you can, do help us out by hitting that subscribe button. Obviously, we hope the person in the stadium is okay. We're working on the goal graphic. There we go. Scores are wrong, but we're getting there. I mean, I don't know if that's a hope. There we go. There we go. Right, and just like that, it's time for the free kick to be taken as well. Right, so free kick. Eventually, there'll be a nice drop of stoppage time at the end of the first half here. Free kick to be taken. Szoboszlai, Salah over it. Salah straight into the wall. Oh, what a save. Oh, what a save from Henderson in the follow-up. Lads, why do we let Salah hit free kicks? Honestly, I've seen him take 2 in the last few weeks and they've both gone straight into the wall. What a strike and a save from Henderson. I think it even hits the post. Does it? Let's have a look. Yeah, Henderson makes an amazing save onto the post from a Gravenberch follow-up. But why are we letting Salah take free kicks? That's 2 weeks in a row he's taken one. He's put it straight into the wall. Szoboszlai standing there. The man scored a worldie against Arsenal. Canade. Outright side. Salah this time takes a touch and puts it straight out of play. Fuck's sake. Honestly, some of our decision making baffles me. I'll never understand why they let Salah take that free kick. The goalkeeper was given the right side of the goal and protecting his left side. It was begging for Szoboszlai to hit it, but he lets Salah and he puts it straight into the wall. After 5 minutes for preparation, puts it straight into the wall. Palace now, centre circle with Richards. By the way, cheers for the trolling super chats. Feel free to keep sending me money to try to abuse me. And it's no accident that they're coming from the same country as well, by the way. So, you know, again, geniuses. Oh, Alisson with another world-class save. We should be 2-0, 3-0 down. Alisson makes another world-class save. Again, too easy, been torn apart, ball back in, Munoz strike, an amazing save from Alisson yet again, down to his right-hand side. If we get anything from this game, it's because of Alisson. Well, look at that, again, just showing why he's the best in the world. Palace on the attack again with Sarr. Liverpool clear the lines and just hook it away. And by the way, whoever it is sending the super chats, do you have like a gay fetish or something? It's very weird, like, because you seem to be talking about a lot of homoerotic shit. If there's something you need to tell us, bro, you be you. No judgment from me. Right, Palace in midfield. Wharton, he tries to slip it through. Oh, Canada's had a shocker. And Alisson makes another worldly save. Lads, Canada is a joke today. A joke. Alisson's forced another worldly save. Could be 4-0 down. 4-0 down if it wasn't for Alisson. And Canada would have been responsible for 2 of them. Once again, look at the state of this. That's just pathetic, Canada. That is pathetic. An arm on his shoulder and he falls on the ground like a child. And Mateta bullies him. Pathetic. That is embarrassing. And that's the second time. We could be 4-0 down if it wasn't for Alisson. And 2 of them would have been because of Canada. Wake up! Kirkes. And this is after a week's rest for a lot of these lads. Fuck me. Josh, what's your opinion on the Dembele Ballon d'Or or Bin d'Or? It is what it is, mate. You know, like I've said, if it's supposed to be an individual award, then he doesn't deserve it because others had better numbers. But again, it is what it is, like I said. So I said, and I mean it, I think he's the worst player to ever win the Ballon d'Or, but it is what it is. Van Dijk, McAllister, again, he looks to play a pass between the lines to Gravenberch. Now we give away a free kick. Have we even got Isak to touch the ball yet? This is awful. Awful. Nearly 25 minutes in. Now there will be a good drop of stoppage time, but we're very fortunate to only be losing 1-0. Kamada, again looking to get in behind. The space Kirkes has vacated. Munoz now giving the hard yards chase. Cleared by Liverpool, but it'll be coming straight back at us. Wharton. Canada goes out right hand side to Bradley. Carl said when we win, Alisson is man of the match. I very much agree, Carl. Whatever else happens here on out, Carl, like you've said, mate, Alisson's my man of the match. Because we'd be 4-0 down now if it wasn't for him. Canada now is getting into the book. This is fucking horrendous. Canada's now being booked. Get him off. Get him off the pitch. Get Gomez on. This is nonsense. Mateta is making a show of Canada out there. Get him off, Arna. Get him off. He's going to cost us this game. He's making a show of Canada out there. Get him off. Just take him off. Janos said, why Salah, why not Dom? No idea, dude. It felt like it was more suited to your right footer as well. This is a game that Canada needs to be subbed off in, and I don't care. He needs to be taken off. He has been appalling. Another free kick to Palace. So now we have Canada, who's given the ball away like for fun, being bullied by Mateta, and is now on a yellow. Once again, we've turned over possession. Isak has it now. He can't even find a Liverpool man. It's with Kirkes. McAllister. Major Zero said Ibu's mind is already in Madrid, I'm afraid. I don't know, mate, one way or the other. You know, but like I've tried to always say, I call things as I see them. And at the moment, he is a liberty out there. He is a huge deficit to the way we play. He's impeding us, not helping us. Kirkes. Again, he can't even find Isak. Like, everything is just off. Salah flicks it on. Isak. Oh, he's dragged wide and can't get the angle for the shot. Goes into the side of the net. Good from Salah. He tries to head it, flick it on, looking for Isak, but Isak's forced too wide down when Henderson comes out and he can't quite get the angle to wrap his foot around it. Look, full fair play to Crystal Palace, by the way. They're playing very well and thoroughly deserve their lead. But we're all over the shop. They're at us again here now. We just can't live with them and they're winning every second ball. Munoz, pulled back, cleared by Gravenberch. Alisson again. Another waste of ball now across. This time Salah looking. The amount of these little weird accounts from whatever country ZAR is just wasting money, making fat jokes. It's fucking hilarious, mate. Well done. Keep sending me the money, though. Cheers. Imagine creating 3 different accounts to super chat trolling comments. All from the same country as well. What a weirdo. Right, almost at the half-hour mark. Alisson launches it. McAllister to Canade. Back to McAllister. Oh, ZAR is Saudi Arabia. Okay, well, at least we know where the trolling's coming from then. Keane, did I miss yours, mate? 1 second. I'm watching on Premier Sport in Ireland, Keane, mate. Premier Sport here in Ireland. Sorry I missed that initially, Keane. Apologies, sir. Liverpool throwing far side of the pitch. Dom should partner Virgil at this rate, said calling Dr. Jones. Mate, at this point, honestly, anyone. Canade's has been an absolute disgrace out there. Like, Mateta is bullying him. Maka. Give me 2 seconds, Jonathan, and I will get to your comments, sir. Kirkes back to Virgil. Virgil into Gravenberch. Gravenberch out right hand side now to Bradley. Why didn't that go into the box, Bradley? Again, we're overthinking this. Get it wide, get it into the box, give Isak something to fight for. Canade. Soboslai. Wirtz. Bradley. Again, no penetration here. Oh, look, we're tripping over the ball now. So Jonathan said, "What did anyone expect? Palace is a good side, and we've been bad. We've been off this season. Literally nothing surprising here for me. Canada is awful. Bradley too." So what do we expect? I mean, I think it's fair to say after a week's rest, we expected better level of intensity and preparation. Canada being awful, no argument with. Bradley being awful. I don't know if he's been awful, mate, or if he's just been caught out of possession or in possession and out of position a few times. But Canada is just giving away the ball in possession, like literally being bullied off it. So unsure on how I feel about Bradley's performance just yet. But Canada is all kinds of terrible. Palace player down injured here, by the way. And eventually the game stopped. Fucking hell. CJFTS said, still plenty of time to do this, lads. I know, but we've got to start playing better, mate. We've got to start playing better. We've been shocking. The Dub in the Desert said, ZAR, not Saudi. We have SAR. Thank you, sir. I'm not sure where it's from, dude. Honestly, don't know. I've seen it a couple of times. Is it, I don't know what ZAR is as a currency. I'm not sure. But either way, I appreciate you clearing that one up. South Africa. South African Rand, Space Panda said. There you go. Cool. So, South Africa trolling then. Either way, I don't get it. You know, don't like me, no problem. But why pay money to try and troll somebody with fat jokes and gay jokes? Bit childish, but like I said, I'll take the money all day. Mr. Devil316, thank you for joining Anfield Agenda FC. And you said, just bought a membership, love the channel. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate you being with us and thank you for your support. Right, so Sarah's eventually back up on his feet and will be going off for a bit of treatment. Liverpool will get the ball back. John from there, Liverpool said, and we aren't shopping for a centre-back in January. So, I don't know if that's the case, mate. All I remember seeing is that we aren't going to go back in for Gay in January. I'm not sure if there's been many reports that said we're not doing any centre-back shopping in January. But like I said, I might be wrong on that. But all I've seen is we're not going back in for Gay in January, according to a report from Paul Joyce. Tipsy Dipsy said, struggling to see what style of play Slots is. It's supposed to be high press, high intensity, keep the ball, move the ball, create spaces, create overloads, find passing channels. But it's just not clicking here. So Salah stands there and watches as a Palace player takes the ball and keeps it in play. I'm losing the will at this point, folks, for the love of God. 10 minutes to go in the first half, plus probably an additional 4 or 5 for stoppages. Soboslai, Canade, Virgil. Back into Soboslai. Out to Bradley. Corner to Liverpool. Now let's see if we can make amends at the other end, boys. Corner to the Reds, far side of the pitch. Oh, if I could ask a favour, ladies and gents, if you haven't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you all for being with us. It's been a horrendous start for Liverpool to this one. Conceding a very weak goal, but more importantly, just not looking like we are on the same wavelength. Right. Soboslai going across to take the corner. Here it comes. Ball in. Canade heads it wide. Should have been 1-1. And Canade's shocking day continues. Gets free. Free header. Should bury it. Should be 1-1. And he heads it wide. From 7 yards. With the goal at his mercy. Look. Russ said maybe the defeat gives us the kick up the arse. I don't know, mate, but that should be 1-1. There's no excuse for Canade missing that. 7 yards out, unmarked, and he heads it wide. So he had a chance to atone for some of his mistakes and doesn't take that. So it's still 1-0 Palace. That feels like there's about 3 easy headers he's missed in the last month. Right, just try to pinch something here before half time. Let's not forget that we were also critical of Klopp's attack or lack of substitutes and urgency, said Brian. Canade out the right channel to Bradley. Tries a cross, it ricochets, Palace headed away. And they stop it from going for a corner. McAllister again puts it straight out of play. We are so poor with second balls today. This is a frustratingly poor first 40 after having a week off for most of these guys to rest and prepare. And they still look leggy and all over the shop. We've given 0 service to Isak, and I mean 0. The only half chance he had was a flicked on header from Salah. Palace now on the attack again. Work it into our right hand channel. Opinionated observers said, at what point does Slot grow a spine and drop Canada? His head's gone, his mind is in Madrid. I don't know, mate, but let's not forget Joe Gomez's performance midweek was equally as shockingly bad. Now we're letting Wharton walk in. Letting him walk through. Fuck me. Defend, you absolute clowns. It's nearly 2-0, but thankfully it's not. Wharton just walks through 3 or 4 challenges. Just walks into the 18-yard box. 1, 2. Just walks through them. No block, nothing. And then Sarr tries to flick it at the near post. Thankfully it goes 1 yard wide. Could have been 2-0. Could have been 5-0 at this point. Absolutely pathetic. There's Mackett again, just heading the ball out of play. As this is, our defence is pathetic. There's no other word. I'm not sugarcoating it. It's pathetic. Every time they attack, they look like they're going to score. We could easily be 5 down now and not complain. That's how much better Palace have been in this first half. Wirtz, Bradley. We're just not matching the intensity of Palace whatsoever, anywhere. Mr. Devil 316, thank you, sir. It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. Wirtz is anonymous. Canada is all over the shop. Palace are having their way with us in every area of the pitch. A through ball we're playing now ricochets back to Palace and they're on the attack again. Sarr. Canada or Virgil gets lucky this time. He tries to shepherd it out. Palace player gets a foot on it, but thankfully for us, it goes to a Liverpool player. Now Liverpool in the right channel. Bradley has to go inside because Salah run offside. Fuck's sake. McAllister. Kirkes. Nothing on there again, so he's back inside to Virgil. Canade. Wirtz goes out right. Back to Wirtz. Nothing on for him, so he has to go all the way back to Allison. Virgil. to Canade, halfway line. Wirtz out to Bradley. Hooked away by Palace again, as far as Gravenberch. Nothing on for him, so he goes back to Virgil. Bruno Rodrigo said they've 28% ball possession, yet every time they attack they feel dangerous. I agree, mate. Burnley have just equalised against City as well in that game. We can't string one creative attacking pass together, not fucking one. Wirtz. Kirkes. Back into the channel to Wirtz. Craig Richards over there with him. Back to Kirkes. Maka. Gravenberch. Again, looks one way, then the other, nothing on, so he has to go to Canade. Soboslai. Again, we're going backwards. Virgil, and all the way back to fucking halfway line. This is now back to the keeper. From 118-yard box, we're back to our own goalkeeper again. Just fuck off. And now Alisson just forced to just pump one long. It's just awful shit. McAllister now. He's dispossessed. For the love of God. Matteo said a slot given a bonus for crosses. We just blindly crossed them like a child playing FC25 for the first time who doesn't know the buttons. Stop with the crosses. Blas said this must be rough for Slot, wondering who to sub off. I think 5 is too few. How about 10? The only player out there holding their head high today so far is Alisson, in my opinion, has saved us. This could easily be 4 or 5-0, and I'm not exaggerating. Easily could be 4 or 5-0 down. Then you've got Canade, who's having a mare missing simple headers. Could have easily made it 1-1. No. Salah drilling a free kick into the wall 3 times in a row. Whereas Soboslai's standing there. Just fucking baffled. I'm baffled. "10 minutes added on. 10 minutes. So there's 10 minutes to go now to try and find something before half time. Bradley into the right channel. It'll be a Liverpool throw-in. See, Liam, this is kind of just silly, mate, to be honest. I'll get to it in a second, but it's just fucking silly. Everyone wanted Isak instead of players we actually needed. Him, play him at centre-back. In terms of money wasted, I don't think we've had a worse transfer window in my lifetime. Slot doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, mate, the manager who won the league doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, fair enough. And everybody wanted Isak instead of players we actually needed. Did we? Did we? Like, who else? Like, everything you've written there, mate, was waffle, to be honest. And what we want as fans is irrelevant. Because we don't get the choice to pick the players, do we? You know, what we want is the links we have in the media, and us fans go yay or nay, we like them, we don't like them. John Brotherton, thank you, mate. Throw into Palace, halfway inside the Liverpool half, near side. Still Palace in possession. We've had 2 of the 10 minutes, and a reminder, it is. Isak's had 5 touches, by the way. 5 touches in the first 47 minutes. 5 fucking touches. Canade, Gravenberch. Into the left channel to Kirkes. Wirtz. Back into Kirkes. Here we go again. Same side to side. Bradley. Salah. Back to Bradley. Again, simple shit we can't do. Be a Liverpool corner. So there's been a few times Bradley's got into the position on the right hand side that he should have crossed but didn't cross. Liverpool have another corner here. Fingers crossed we can find something. Szoboszlai to take it. Ball in. Drops to Virgil. He either handballs it or hits it wide, but either way, it's another chance wasted. Comes over everyone. Falls to Virgil. It does hit his arm. It wouldn't have counted. And then he hits it wide anyway. Another corner, another chance wasted. It's just, that's where we are today so far in this first half. 6 minutes of stoppage time left to go. Palace deservedly winning by a goal to 0. Oh, unlucky. Ball played into the channel looking for Salah, but Dean Henderson comes out and smothers it. So to all those people who keep telling us that Canade should be getting 250 grand a week or money like Virgil, today is why he's nowhere near that level. This will be, his 6th league game of the season? And half of them have been dog shit. Now they're in behind again with Sarr, who just waltzes past Canade, leaves it for Wharton. Mateta, oh my God, they've hit the inside of the post this time and it's come back out into play. Lads, Palace are wiping the floor with us. There's no other way to say it. They are wiping the floor with us. And how this is still only 1-0, I'll never know. This time, Sarr cuts inside past Canade. Then it's to Wharton. Back edge of the box to Mateta, who hits a wonderful strike. It is a wonderful strike. Curling into the goal, hits the inside of the post, and thankfully for us, bounces back out into play. How this is 1-0, I'll never know. Long throw in coming from Palace now. Another chance for Palace. A volley from Mateta, 6 yards out. This time, or 8 yards out, he puts it over the bar. Could be 7-0. Another one. Mateta in behind Canade, who absolutely lets him go, ghosts him again. Just get that clown off, because that's what he is today. Bozo the clown. I don't give a shit. Get him off. Mateta. Canade is Mateta's bitch today. There's no other way to say it. He is Mateta's bitch. Wirtz is absolutely stink. Yeah, Wirtz is the problem today, mate. Wirtz. He's the only one out there that's the problem. Salah stunk it up. Bradley stunk it up. Canade stunk it up. McAllister stunk it up. Isak hasn't gotten a touch. But yeah, let's all just blame Wirtz because, that's the easy thing to do. Our defence has given up about 7 or 8 chances in this first half. Good chances. It's just appalling. We played 7.5 minutes of the 10 stoppage time. I haven't seen a team dominate us this badly in a very long time. Like, Crystal Palace are thoroughly deserving lead in this game. Thoroughly deserving. Like, we're blessed it's only one. Soboslai, again, turns and goes 15 yards backwards to Canade. McAllister, back to Virgil. Sideways to Canade again. Ball in over the top, looking for Salah. He gets a chance. Henderson comes out and makes the save. Salah tries to lift it over him. It hits Henderson and goes behind. So even at that, and that was a good... He was off anyway. He was probably offside anyway. But there will be a corner to Liverpool. Canade's playing for them, said Liquid, get him off. Corner in. Over everyone again. Fuck me. Back to Bradley, who goes sideways to Alisson, who's on the halfway line. Alisson pings a diagonal, then back across left side. Gravenberch, back to Kirkes. Don't fucking dare go backwards again. Cross in from Bradley's all kinds of shite, and it goes straight behind. Fuck hell. As I'm struggling to keep it together here, I can't lie. I'm having to pause before I speak because this is pathetic. Like, every single time we get into a decent position, we're checking back, going backwards. The ball broke there to Kirkes, who could have either put in a cross left side or could have played it to Gravenberch, who was in a crossing position, and we went backwards and then ended up with just a booted cross to nobody. Canade, we've nearly had the 10 minutes now. Gravenberch. Soboslai cross, 15 yards over hit, behind for a goal kick, and the ref blows up for half-time. That is the most pathetic 55 minutes of football I've seen from a Liverpool team in a long time. Absolutely appalling. PVT Malone said, we're playing like we're 3-0 up. Preston second balls have been appalling most of this season. Infuriating to watch. John Schubert said, the failure to secure a centre-back reinforcement negates all the other transfer success. Look, here's what I'm going to say. When you have a week and you rest players, you expect a fresh, aggressive team, well-drilled, who know what they're at. What we've seen is a bunch of prima donnas prancing around the pitch with zero understanding of what to do in possession, with zero ability to stop Palace attacking, cannot keep the ball, cannot string passes together. Our defence is being bullied by Mateta, who is... Canade is his bitch, like I said many times. We've got our centre-back on a booking. We've given up. And I'm not exaggerating this. If we were losing this game 6-0, we couldn't argue. Alisson has made 4 world-class saves. There is no positive other than Alisson. There's nothing worthwhile saying politely about that performance. Men against boys, as somebody put it in the chat, spot on. We're being manhandled. We are being destroyed. We are being bullied. That is it. Don't sugarcoat it. That's the truth. And by the grace of something, it's 1-0 and not 4, 5, 6. Because that's pathetic. If Arna doesn't show a backbone and get into that dressing room and start ripping things to shreds, I give up. Canade shouldn't see the second half. Frimpong should be on for Bradley. The Wirtz experiment on the left isn't working. Isak has had a handful of touches, not giving him a sniff of a chance. This has been by far and away the worst 45 minutes of football I have seen in 18 months from Liverpool. And it's unacceptable on every fucking level. Tide Pod said all the money spent and we look like shit. The Irish Wanderer said, I'm trying to remember a worse performance than this and I can't come up with one. This is absolute muck and they should be ashamed of themselves. You know, this is normally the part, mate, where I'd say, calm down now. You're being a bit harsh. You're going over the top. But you're not. You're not. You're spot on. And look, in all of this, it's important for me to say, to give Crystal Palace their credit. You know, we will rightly lambast our own players. But Palace have played really well. Full credit to them. I want to keep reiterating they're deserving of their lead. They've been by far the better team. But my God, we've been poor. Matteo said, Chiesa for Mo and Canade replaced by literally anybody. And Chiesa we trust. So what worries me most about Canade is the yellow. You know, the mistakes, more than may come. But he doesn't have the ability now to take a yellow when he gets bullied the next time by Mateta. And you seen when Sarr had the ball, he just ghosted in past Canade because he's now second guessing the ability to make a tackle. Arna has to take him off. He has to. Mervyn said, I'm sorry, but that was an effing disgrace. We ain't winning the league if we play like this. And if you think about it, our performances from the beginning of the season are always shaky and we got lucky. Palace playing well, but Canade and no width. You're right on the no width thing as well. But weirdly, when we have gotten the ball on their left, nobody's making runs for Kirkes. There's nobody overlapping or underlapping him. He's just having to check inside. So you're right on the width thing. Let's run through some of the numbers as well. Look at the possession. We've had 71% of the football. 71. And we've done nothing with it. 10 shots for Palace, 4 on target. And then 4, and considering 1 goal, 3 brilliant saves from Alisson, and they hit the inside of the post as well, which doesn't count as a shot on target, but that's another one. 6 shots for us, 2 on target. Dangerous attacks, 23 for us, 16 for them. 3 crosses for us, 1 for them. Total passes, 367 for us, 89% passing accuracy, 148 for them, 68%. But look, again, the story of the half is we've been bullied. We've been embarrassed, and Palace are the better side by a country mile. Ian Cahill said, I should be happy with a draw at this stage. We've been shocking. Alex Macklin said, shocking. Matt Camden said, no blame, but to get the effect needed, bring off Macca, moving Verts into midfield and Case on with Bradley off and Frimpong in. Corbin said the lads look tactically confused, no confidence. Footy Banter said Gravenberch is trying. He is, but he's probably trying a little bit harder as well because it was his misplaced header that led to the goal. That's 2 weeks in a row now. We've had our own players assisting with goals. This time it was Gravenberch heading the ball back across his own 6-yard box. Last week it was Endo. Or earlier it was Endo. It's just... Angie, Lady Anfield said, we will not get anything today. Look, I'm not giving up on getting anything, Angie, because we can't be any worse. And somehow, we're only 1-0 down. I mean, that is probably the most... That's the high point of that half, is that we're only 1-0 down. Colin Owen said, let's be honest, it was coming. I can't argue with you, Colin. You know, we have certainly been riding our luck this season, mate. We have. So I can't argue with your comment on that, mate. It's more than fair. Martin Lawrence said, first of all, Palace have been excellent. And fair play to you for pointing that out, mate, because you're right, they have. But too many Liverpool players have been pathetic. Arna needs to get into them at half-time. Danny Bingham said, need a big half, need to go up a gear. Come on, Liverpool. Thank you, Danny, mate. Appreciate you. No Lie Eli said our game plan this season: sideways 10 times with an occasional forward pass followed by an immediate back pass, rinse and repeat. Yep. VI Jokers said surely we can't be any worse in the second half. I hope not, dude. I hope not. Thank you as well, sir, for your membership with us for 19 months. Folks, I'm processing stuff in my head at the minute, and it ain't nice what I'm thinking, because this, like, how do you explain this? Yes, as our friend said a moment ago, give Crystal Palace their credit. They deserve it. But my God, how do you get a week's rest and look like that? Like, what are we working on? What is the game plan? Because Palace are having their way. It's like Oliver Glasner just knows exactly how to get at us, and the intensity and the aggression from those Palace players, it's like men against boys out there. If it was a boxing match, the referee would be waving it off. Gary said, might seem trivial, but so many times this season our centre-backs are heading the ball out into no man's land. No attempt to find a Liverpool player needs to stop. So Gary, I'm not sure how often you watch the channel, mate, but your point is one that I've been making for a long time as well. I say things like, I've never seen a team so bad at heading the ball into a direction or an area than us. I've had this gripe for a while, Gary, and you're not wrong. Anytime, middle of the park, from the back, wherever we head the balls, we're just heading into random areas. Never seem to look to pick out a Liverpool player, and it bugs the shit out of me, Gary. So I'm glad you brought it up, mate, because, you know, sometimes you see stuff and you think, am I mad? But that's exactly what I think as well, dude. Leona Farrell said, appalling, we need a bloody miracle. Take off Canade. Let me just remind you guys of this one before I forget. We are giving away a signed and framed Diogo Jota shirt with thanks to our friends at the Collector's Corner. To enter, get yourself over to the Anfield Agenda Instagram account at Anfield Agenda, and there you will find all the details to give away that shirt, to enter the giveaway for that shirt, which we will be giving away during next Saturday's game against Chelsea. So thank you to our friends again at the Collector's Corner. By the way, every time you buy a shirt or anything signed from the Collector's Corner, a discount is automatically applied to your purchase at checkout. So treat yourself to something nice over there. It can go up as high as 80% off as well on certain things, so do have a look. Tipsy Dipsy said, the problem is, Craig, we've had one good game out of 5. These wins we've had could have easily been draws and losses. I don't get our style of play. Again, mate, I can't push back against what you've said. We've had patches where we've played well, but, you know, on our podcast this week, we were talking and Steve said, we want to see a performance, right? We don't want to see a 20-minute patch. We want to see a game where we look like we know what we're doing. And what you've said, mate, about not knowing the style is, I don't think you're on your own. I don't think there is a methodology for what we did in that 35 minutes that makes any sense. I don't get it. Sideways, backwards passing, it's like everything Jordan Henderson used to get stick for multiplied by 4 or 5 players. Whereas Palace, with 29% possession, have absolutely owned us and exploited space, and which has been far, far, far better with less of the ball. Not Toira said absolutely ass. Robin said we need Chiesa's attitude. We need to start trying to supply some firepower into our striker for a start, who probably can only do 15 or 20 more minutes. Salah has been nowhere. Again, gets one chance, keeper saves it, but I think he would have been offside. The left-hand side, I don't even know where he's playing, because it doesn't seem to be wide left, hooking the touchline. He's been popping up central, popping up right. It's like he's given ability to roam from the left. But then when Kirkes gets the ball, there's nobody there. No support for him. So what does he do? Check inside, go backwards again. Every time we go backwards, Crystal Palace are resetting into their 2 banks of 4 or their 5 and their 4. It's just infuriating. The Overthinkers Outpost said, so much space between the lines, take a chance. Exactly, no one's doing it. Nobody's doing it. Like, there's no options. How many times have we seen Gravenberch or somebody get on the ball, look up, nothing there? Nobody making a run between the lines. Nobody giving them an out ball. Turn around, backwards again. Rinse and repeat over and over and over. Jason Barrett said the one thing people cannot say today is Liverpool. So look, yes, that shouldn't have been a corner. You know, it went off a Palace player. But we can't moan about that and be sad about it. We still had a chance to defend the corner. We didn't do it and Palace scored. So ultimately, yes, that was the wrong decision to award a corner. But it was our shocking defence and gifting of a chance to Palace that gave them the goal. Bumbadog said, maybe the least inspired and most soulless performance I've seen from us in at least a decade. Somebody needs to get allowed. All this is doing now, by the way, is just feeding into Arsenal's confidence. Feeding into our rivals' confidence. Thinking, right, they did get lucky those first few weeks. We have 45 minutes. 45 minutes to go out there and show, one, why you deserve to play in Istanbul, and two, that it was no fucking accident you won the league, and that we are the best team, and that the players we brought in will make a difference. We've 45 minutes to go out there and rescue something from that pathetic display. And I really, really want to see something. I want to see changes, and I want to see a team that is embarrassed by their performance, that are determined to go out there and put it right. Lewis said the level in the Prem is so high. If Palace do win, they go second. The league is so close. After 5 games, only us that can't drop 4 or 5 places with a loss. Which is why, you know, grinding it out. Look, at this point, if you come out here with a draw, you look at it and go, we were lucky. And we are, by some miracle, only 1-0 down. Happy Craig said, I can't watch Salah for another 2 years, man. I can't. Mate, you've really had something about Salah for the last few weeks, and you know, I'm not saying he's playing well, but I can't sit here and watch Canade. I can't. Not if half the games he plays are going to be not just bad, but appalling. So Gakpo's coming on anyway. Blas said, if Gomez comes on for Ibu and plays like he did on Tuesday, I don't know which of the two is worse. At least with Gomez coming on, you could take another yellow though, Blas. You know, you could take a yellow if you needed to stop a counter. ESG Soccer said, holy goalie, Alisson Canade is checked out like... Or Canade is checked out like Trent. Gaming Gas said, at least you didn't lose 3-1. Well, it's not over yet, Gas. Footy Banter said, Verts, McAllister, Isak and Canade get them off. To be fair, Isak is not playing poorly. He's not getting any service. You know, the man needs a chance to do something. He's not been given at him. Matthew Johnny said, game needs Curtis Jones, in my opinion. Well, it is Gakpo who's coming on. Final ball has been shocking, said Curtis. Thank you, Curtis. Second half about to get underway. Couple more super chats I'll get to now in a sec. Right, we're off in the second half. Robert said, games like this is where we miss Hendo. Ben Howard said, all VVD and Ryan seems to be the only players who care every game. I know Selhurst is hard to play, but it's so bad. We say it's hard to play. Look at our record there. It's really good. We were just shit in the first half, but we're underway in the second. Virgil to Alisson. So I think it was Wirtz that went off. Bradley's gone off as well. So is it Bradley off, Gakpo on? So Wirtz is still on, is he? Yeah, it was Bradley who went off and Gakpo's on. So Soboslai's gone to right back. Wirtz now plays the ball straight to Wharton. Wins it back though. Wirtz. Ball falls. Maka hit it. Oh, deflection. Oh, goal kick or free kick. Isak jumps into the keeper. That was close. Close. Sebastian John said that was embarrassing. Bring Gakpo and Frimpong for directness. Kirkes needs to cross in. We need to keep pushing them. Kanade, wow, shambles. Don't disagree on Kanade, mate. Mini TV said Ibu's yellow his performance on 3 fit centre backs. Oh my god, I know it's worrying, dude. Jordan Hodges said, what changes do you want in the second half? Well, it's an interesting one that he's done. He's put Wirtz into midfield where he probably will find a bit more success and a bit more space. He's put Szoboszlai at right back. So getting Bradley off, I understand, but it's the centre back situation that concerns me most, mate. With Kanade still on. And there again, look, pass through the line, straight to Sarr, ball in, far post, and Liverpool hook it off the line nearly. Palace still going, hooked away. Again, look at that. Dance straight through the middle of our 2 centre-backs once again. Sarr ghosting behind Kanade, runs past, just no spine. Look at that again. Straight in through the middle of our defence. 1 ball. Fucking shocking. Right, we're going to sync up now at 47, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Martin Lawrence said, I also think we're seeing the impact of Ekatike's red card. He probably would have started this game and offered more as a focal point than Isak. Yeah, he would have started. I agree with you on that. But again, I don't think Isak is the reason why we're not playing well. And again, I'm not trying to say you're suggesting that, but I guarantee you Isak gets a chance, he scores. But we haven't given him one. Wes said, I still believe Slot will find a way to get us back into this game. I have faith. Well, like I said, Wes, and thank you, mate, for 20 months as a member. The biggest plus point for us in that is that we're only 1-0 down. So 1 moment gets us back into this game. Roger said, I don't think Wirtz has been that bad. He has been as bad as the rest of the team have been playing, but seeing so many fan accounts blaming him for this. Like I said, dude, the agenda's set now, and it's happened. Any poor performance, the usual, will get blamed. Oh, there's an Isak shot from the edge of the box that flies over the bar. Salah does well, holds it up, rolls it back on the edge of the box to Isak. He hits it first time, but it's over the bar. And again, it looked like Salah was off, so I don't think it would have counted. The Wirtz stuff is mad, mate. There's always one scapegoat. And if people want one scapegoat for today, for me, if you have to have one, it has to be Kanade. But again, it's a team failure. Why is Slot stopping Kirkes from passing forward and running the byline? Such a waste of possession or position. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Position. I think with Gakpo on now, we may see that overlap and run. Wirtz there trying to flick a ball over Kamada, kind of accidentally makes contact with him. So it's a free kick to Palace, which is a very crossable position. I'm glad you're watching it for us, but I'm sorry you're having to endure this game. You'll need a lay down after this. Good commentary. Thank you, Stargirl. It's honestly, I'm infuriated by it, mate. I'll talk through this for you, and then I'll get back to the remaining super chats I've missed. Right, Palace, Kamada to take it. Ball put in deep. Thankfully, straight into Alisson Becker's hands. Too much talent, not enough hunger. Chiesa on, said Chris W. Thank you, Chris. McAllister now. Kanade, who goes 10 yards behind Szoboszlai with his pass. Even the state of that pass from Kanade was lazy. McAllister. Kirkes. Back to Wirtz. Gakpo. Back into Virgil. Britton Woodruff said, need you speaking in the locker room. Oh, mate, I'd love it. I'd love to go in there and have words at halftime, bro. I promise you I would. Come on, boys. That's it. That's it. Wirtz now. Lays it across. Oh! Gakpo is a strike edge of the box. I thought it was going to go in top corner, but it goes a yard wide. Good play by Wirtz. Picks out Gakpo. Takes a touch. Hits it. Oh, actually, it's a good couple of yards, high and wide. But at least we're creating. Thought my leg workout would be the most painful part of my day, said Boxed Will. Then I watched that half. Come on, boys. Wake up. Let's go Reds. Thank you as well, mate. 25 months as a member. Palace in possession now. Our left side. Look at that ball in behind again to Mateta. Alisson makes the save. Surely the flag goes up. Yes, eventually. Offside. But again, Ali's there to make the save when needs be. Matt said, passion can often be instilled into players. Tactical intelligence can be taught. How to create a collective coherence in a squad acting as one. How do you create a collective coherence? Well, if a squad's acting as one, mate, you've kind of answered your own question, Matt. You know, this isn't like we've had a new manager, mate, who's just come in this season and we're still finding our way. Yes, there's some new players, but the system the players are well coached in. Ball pinged looking for Gakpo, overhit straight behind Palace goal kick. Would Ekitike change this game if he was here? Well, it would give us another option and maybe a different way to try to attack, mate, but, you know, hard to say definitively. And thank you for your membership with us for 5 months as well. Henderson goes long. Virgil wins the header. Richard's second header. Right, Cody, bring it down. Kirkes flicked inside. Palace put it behind Liverpool corner. Come on, boys. Come on. Better. Kirkes puts in an early cross right across the 6-yard box, which Mitchell has to put behind. Whitehammer said, it's so obvious you can't have two players with free roles. Salah and Wirtz can't have free roles. They both need to track back, Whitehammer, and work hard. Yes, agree. Right, here comes the corner from Szoboszlai. Ball in. Palace clear it. They have it right side of their own penalty area, and they're looking to counter. Wharton to Munoz. Liverpool getting players back. Stand out there, Canada. Don't dive in. Good challenge. Well done. Good challenge. Spence said, give Wirtz time. He's only 22. Mate, I'm not writing him off by any stretch. You know, one thing giving him time, no probs. But, you know, we need to see better performances as well along the way. But I'm with you. No way am I writing him off, mate. Not at all. Levi Boyd said, still believe we get back into the game. Well, we're better so far in the second half a bit, Levi. Excuse me. And like I said, the only saving grace from that first half is somehow it was only one. Here comes a long throw in from Palace. Oh my days. Fucking Gravenberch. We had a chance to counter and Gravenberch plays it straight off a Palace player. And now we've just gone long and straight back to Palace's keeper. Fucking hell. Bomber Liverpool said, perfect opportunity for Isak to wear his price tag. Needs to stay on the shoulders of the back three. Give Wirtz to McAllister. The option between the lines. Canade draining our confidence 100%. Like that post, Bomber. Thank you. Some good points. Mitchell, ball across the front of the 6-yard box. Foul on Canade there from Mateta. Free kick to Liverpool. Frank said, this is the wake-up call we need. Saw that you were in Cypress Avenue. Did you enjoy? In Cork? We didn't do the show in Cork, mate. We put the show. Nobody bought tickets pretty much. It was a complete failure. So didn't do the show in the end. Yeah, that's what happened there. Of all the shows we've had, that's the one that just fell on its arse completely. Every time we go to Liverpool, numbers are great. And we're doing our last show there next month. And then I'm hanging up the mic for the live shows. Oh, Gravenberch foul, free kick Liverpool. Mark Harding said, when you watch the players having a massive crack in training, you see complacent performances like this drop Canade. Look, I've no problem with the lads having a bit of camaraderie and a bit of a laugh in training, but you want intensity on a match day and you want performances we know we're capable of. Again, not to take anything away from Palace, who have played very well and thoroughly deserve their lead, but we need to be better. Another free kick. Szoboszlai to take it way too far out for a shot. So we'll be looking to stick this one in somewhere between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. Ball in. Header kind of drops into the hands of Dean Henderson. Decky said, sorry to hear, saw the poster on the wall. Yeah, we were generally really excited to go down to do with Decky. Because we asked people where in Ireland they'd want us to do a show in. We were going to do Galway or Cork. And people said Cork. So we said, cool, let's try it. And it didn't work out. Oh, no probs. You know, sometimes you take a shot, you don't get it. All good. Would have loved to have gone down and done the show in Cork though. But yeah, it was what it was, unfortunately, my friend. But appreciate that one. Anyway, Decky. Szoboszlai. He cuts in onto his foot. Puts in a cross. Oh my God. How has Wirtz not scored? Should be 1-1. Szoboszlai puts a beautiful cross in with his left foot, curling inwards. Wirtz gets there. Literally anywhere except where he hits it and it's a goal. And somehow he puts it straight at Dean Henderson from 3 or 4 yards out. He's not going to get many more easy chances than that to score. Another corner in. Cleared again by Palace. That was so close. Wirtz back to McAllister. Gakpo. Gakpo. Just not dropping. Better in the second half. Major Zero said, do we look better this half? Yes. We're finally starting to create problems for Palace, but let's be honest, we should be level at this point. Wirtz is not going to ever have an easier chance to score than the one he just missed. Canade giving away the ball again. Kamada has it now in the left channel. Well done. Well done, Dom. Yes, better boys. Come on. Gakpo. Wide left. Back to Gravenberch. Oh, it's a weak strike, Ryan. Drags it wide. Dave Sweeney said, first half, second half, come on boys, WFM, see you in Liverpool. Thank you, Dave. Love to the family as always, sir. Yeah, getting better, like I said. Why is the Palace player gone then, holding his face there like a little fucking cheat? First 15 minutes of the second half, we've been a lot better. That ball from Szoboszlai, honestly, I've watched the replay again here and I still don't know how Wirtz hasn't scored. Isak puts it in behind, but Salah's never going to get there when there's two defenders with him. Cleared by Henderson. Come on, boys. Palace. Look, in behind again. They're in. Sarr squares it and Dominic Szoboszlai clears it. Was the flag up? I think it may have been. I think the flag's up for offside anyway. Jeremy Pino down in behind. Let's have a look. Yeah, he was off by half a yard. Sarr tries to square it. Szoboszlai got back, but then the flag did go up. Will Hughes coming on now to replace Adam Wharton. So again, Will Hughes on to replace Adam Wharton for Palace. McAllister to Canade. Out right hand side to Szoboszlai. Down the line to Salah, who gets dispossessed too easily again. He gets nothing. Salah gets nothing from referees, lads. So he gets hustled, dispossessed, no problems. Wins the ball back doing the same thing, and they give a free against. The double standards on how Salah's refereed is ridiculous. Again, Kamada just ghosting through our players, slips it in to Mitchell. Thankfully for us, there was a double ricochet off that from Canada, and it's a goal kick. Look at that, it's just so simple as well. One ball through. Allison. Kirkes. Gakpo. Van Dijk. Goes for the long ball forward. Second ball. Isak has it now, wide left channel. Wirtz plays Isak into the corner there, where there's nobody with him. Does well. Keeps possession. McAllister. Isak. Oh, how has he not scored, lads? We're not scoring today. Isak runs his way into the penalty area, gets to the 6-yard box. He's kind of falling as he's in there. Tries to strike to the far post and somehow pulls it wide. We're not scoring today, lads. Oh my days. How have we not scored? Good ball from Maka into Isak. Like I said, cutting inside, gets onto his right foot and just puts it wide of the post. Curtis Jones on now for McAllister. How have we not scored? Between that and the Wirtz chance. Allison now rolls it out to Gravenberch. Szoboszlai. Back out again. Szoboszlai cross in. Oh, Gakpo over jumps and heads it, but it's wide, high and wide. Much better second half. Much better. At least we're knocking on the door, but still yet to find that breakthrough. But better than in the first half. Still 1-0 down with 25 to go. So Jones on for McAllister. So there's 2 changes made by Arna so far. Bradley off, Gakpo on at half time, and then the second half so far Jones on for McAllister. Come on, boys. Virgil. Ball into Isak, chests it into the left channel. Lacroix gets back at him, puts it out. Liverpool throwing down by the corner flag inside the Palace half. And yet somehow we pass the ball back to the halfway line. Fuck off. Throw in by their corner flag and we go back to the halfway line. Instead of trying to go long into the box to create something just astoundingly stupid. Why on earth did we not try a long throw into the box there? No, let's just pass it backwards instead and let Palace reset. Canade. Salah. We're back inside their own half again. Canade. Szoboszlai into the channel looking for Salah. He's there with Mark Gay. Gay goes back to Henderson who puts the boot through it. Flicked on. Virgil has it. Centre of the park now with Curtis Jones. Kirkes. Jones. Gakpo. Well done, Cody. Gets past his man. Cross in. Flicked away. Good ball that from Cody. Well done, Dom. Wins it back. Szoboszlai having a worldie here and then gives it away again. Come on, boys. Gravenberch has it. Jones. Come on, boys. Kirkes. Jones. Canade. Jones. Cross in. Put behind Liverpool corner. Come on, boys. Let's go. Quarter of the game to go. Come on. Liverpool corner. 68 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. Ball in from Dom. It's deep. Headed away. Drops to Gravenberch. He resets. Goes out to Wirtz. Back to Gravenberch. Out wide now. Cross in with a right foot. It's deep. Header over the bar. Isak pulls away to the back. Gets a header, but it drops over the crossbar. Another half chance goes Obegan. It was a difficult header, to be fair. It was kind of behind him and underneath him a little bit. Chiesa and Frimpong about to come on. Jones, Kirkes. So Frimpong and Chiesa about to come on for Liverpool when the ball goes out next. Palace will be making a change as well. Canade. Gravenberch. Jones. Out to Szoboszlai. Canade. Jones. Virgil. Again, ball around the corner, but there's nobody there. Canade wins it back. Wirtz scrambles to keep it in play. Virgil. Canade. Szoboszlai. Again, not one fucking option. Where was Salah off to there? Salah should have turned and ran into the space and goes and tries to play on the shoulder when the ball wasn't there. Better. Jones. Squares it across. Hit it, Dom. Hit it. Why? Another attempted cross. Mark Gay cuts out. Why didn't he just hit it? Liverpool throw in. Dom should have just taken a shot, in my opinion, there. Jones, much better in the second half, but still no breakthrough. Virgil, out to Cody Gakpo. He tries a shot, which was too easy for Henderson. Well, if it's a cross, either way, it was straight to the keeper. 18 minutes to go, still trailing. Look at this, Dom. Hit that. Soboslai. Who the hell? Another overhit ball straight through to Dean Henderson. Wirtz. Jones. He's dispossessed. For fuck's sake. Every chance we get, we've managed to overthink. Sarr now running at the Liverpool defence. Second ball. Out with Tyreek Mitchell now for Palace. Left side. His cross into the far post. Headed down. Comes off Kirkes. Ball goes out off a Palace player. Here comes the substitutions. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, it never hit. They appealed for a handball, but it hits his chest, so nothing there. So Isak coming off for Liverpool. Chiesa to come on. So Pino and Sarr going off for Crystal Palace. And Lerma and Nketiah on. Chiesa on for Liverpool to replace Isak. And Kanade coming off to be replaced by Frimpong. So who's going to centre back here then? Are we going... Oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh, Wirtz went off. Hang on, I'm confused. Wirtz went off. So many changes and numbers gone up on the boards. I haven't seen the graphic here properly. So Isak's still on, my apologies. So it's Wirtz who's gone off and Kanade, and Frimpong has come on with where are we? I'm sorry, with Chiesa. I'm trying to figure out how we're playing. I think he's gone. He's gone three at the back. I think we've gone three at the back. I think. Throw in taken quickly. Cross to the far post, headed away. As far as Frimpong. Oh, come on, Jeremy. Oh, come on, but for fuck's sake, hit it! Jones blocked. Everything is blocked. Isak now. Back to Kirkes. Another cross in. Over everyone. Soboslai. He hits it. Oh, how has that not gone in? Salah throws his body at it when he's no business touching it and takes it off target and over and wide of the post. Ball drops here to Soboslai. He hits it and Salah throws a leg at it when there's no fucking need and he's offside. 14 minutes plus stoppage time to go. We've been knocking and knocking on the door second half, but not found the breakthrough. Chiesa gets a booking for his challenge. There was a 50-50 ball there, but Lacroix got there first. And Chiesa goes into the book. Yeah, no more than a yellow. It was on the foot. Right, Alisson has it. Come on, boys. Alisson to Virgil. Out to Kirkes, who again immediately looks to go back inside to Alisson. Gravenberch. Frimpong. Back to Gravenberch. Alisson. Virgil's foul. Free kick Liverpool. Yellow card for Nketiah. Someone said Rat Boy Isak, is that racist? No, it's not racist. It's just what they call him up in Newcastle, mate. They even have a rat burger up there named after him, the Swedish rat burger. So, no, it's not racist. Oh, fuck me, Frimpong. Ball played out to Jeremy Frimpong, like 3-4 miles an hour, straight to him. Knocks it between his 2 feet and then out for a Palace throw. I mean, professional footballers. Mateta now running the channel. He puts in a cross. Oh, that should have been 2-0. Nketiah comes in, free header, 6-7 yards out. Look at this. No, look at that. He's in between 2 defenders. Nobody even near him. Nobody within 5 yards of Nketiah. It was a free header and puts it wide. This is, and I'm going to call it what it is, this is Manchester United desperation levels here from Liverpool. Empty the bench of any attacking talent we can and hope for a moment or a vibe. That's all this is now. It's just empty the bench of any attacking talent, lump them all forward and hope we can create something. Another Palace free kick. Goal kick Liverpool. Right, folks, if you can, do hit that subscribe button for me. We're only 83 away from another 1,000, so all of you that can help out, it's really appreciated. If you can't, you know what to do. 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time, still trailing by a goal to 0. And once again, we've passed it straight out of play. Fuck my life, what is this? Palace into the channel. Frimpong heads it straight out for a Palace throw in. So I feel like I've said this so many times. The 6-7 shit means nothing. That's the whole point of it. It's there for you to all go, what is this 6-7 stuff? There is no meaning to it, so just ignore it. Frimpong to Chiesa. This time he's dispossessed. Szoboszlai has it now. Head up, Dom. Head up. Virgil. Szoboszlai. Gravenberch. To Szoboszlai. Frimpong gives it away again. Now Palace attacking the space that Frimpong vacated when he gave the ball away. Kamada switches it out where they've got loads of space right hand side to Munoz. This is truly pathetic. Will Hughes now. Back to Craig Richards. They go back to their keeper. 7 minutes to go at Selhurst Park. Still Palace 1-0 up. Is Arne scared of subbing off Salah and Mo generally? It feels that way. It does feel like no matter what Mo does, he's going to be kept on. Even if it is to the detriment of our performances at times. But we also know that he's capable of a moment. And I guess that's the argument from Arne's perspective. Here comes another change. Rio coming on to replace Isak. Right, Rio and Gamoa on now for the last 6.5. Gordon Campbell, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Gordon, thank you, sir. Who was that to? Chiesa gets it and now he just passes it straight through to Dean Henderson. Again, Frimpong. Again. At least he wins it back better. Who was that to? Fucking run the ball, Jeremy. Run. Look, we've a throw in. There's not one Liverpool player within 20 yards of him. Not one. 30 seconds here wasted because there's not one fucking player. And then we give it away. This is shit. Chiesa. He drags it wide. Chiesa, strike, edge of the box. 1 yard wide of the post. Did it take a nick? Keeper was planted as well. 5 to go. Frimpong again! I'm going to cry at this point. Frimpong gives it away again in her own half. Strike, deflection, strike. Straight at Alisson, thankfully. For the love of God. These are professional footballers. Gakpo. To Rio. Back to Gakpo. who delays, and then goes sideways. Gakpo. Frimpong. Cross in. Goal! 1-1! Chiesa, he's a fucking hero. 1-1. Fede gets in. Chiesa is a hero. 1-1. Come on. Frimpong plays the ball back. Cross comes in. Palace head it into an area. First one it breaks is Federico Chiesa. Salah's been dragged down. There should have been a penalty anyway. And Chiesa buries it into the corner. 1-1. Come on, boys. Go win it. Yes, Fede. Yes, Fede. What's VAR looking at? Oh, VAR looking to rule this out. Okay, well, if that's a handball for Salah, it's a penalty. Because he's been dragged. Looks like this is getting ruled out. But I want a penalty. If this gets ruled out, I want a penalty. So it's, for me, if this gets ruled out, it has to be a penalty. Goal. Goal given. 1-1. Goal given. Goal given. It should have been a penalty. If it was a handball, it should have been a penalty. Either way, it was either a goal or a penalty in my head. But it stands confirmed. Chiesa scorer. Mitchell now. Again back. Palace put in a cross deep. Goes behind goal kick. Come on, boys. Come on. We're into slottage time now. Chiesa, absolute hero again. Oh, look, there we go. Giving the ball away in midfield. This time it is Chiesa who gives it away. Kamada now. Corner Palace. Crystal Palace corner. 10 seconds of normal time to go. Corner in. Headed away to near post. What have we got added on? 6 minutes. 6 minutes added on. Come on, boys. Come on. I think I've done that one. Henderson Galbraith said, Fede! Thank you, sir. Right, Kamada coming off now for Palace, walking off 1 mile an hour. Nessie said, Slot cannot rob Chiesa anymore. He should be benching Salah or Gakpo and getting more minutes than them. I agree. No, you can't keep ignoring him now. This is 2 games in a row. He's been a hero. And look, like, he only came off the bench today. So, yeah, I agree. Liverpool throw-in, far side of the pitch. Come on, boys. Soboslai to Virgil. Gravenberch. Adam said, time to get a bit concerned about Slot. Fede again. Hang on, mate. Just one sec. Chiesa. Who was that to? Who the fuck was that to, boys? Overplaying again. 4 minutes to stoppage time to go. Certainly, Adam, there are question marks, mate, about how this awful performance came to fruition after a week to prepare for a lot of them. 4 minutes to stoppage time to go. I want Chiesa starting in Istanbul now. Alisson comes out, claims that one. Come on, Ali. I think Alisson took a knock in this on the back of his heel. Goes to Virgil, back to Alisson. Gravenberch inside to Jones. Goes out. Kirkes. Rio. Liverpool throw in. Come on, boys. 3 minutes to go. Owen said, Florian Wirtz is that footballer. If you watch a tiny clip of him, you might think he's terrible, but watching him in full match, you realise you're absolutely right. Nah, I disagree. I just think he's not up to the speed yet. Owen, he hasn't been good enough for us yet. I can't argue with you on that one. But I've watched enough of him playing in Leverkusen Germany shirt to know he's the real deal, but we haven't seen it yet. Well done, Verge. Heads it back to Alisson. Slot needs to wake up and start playing Chiesa, says Keith Siri. And Keith, I would dare say everybody agrees with you on that one, sir. Right, we're into the final 2 minutes of stoppage time now. It's 1-1. Jones in possession, centre of the pitch, and he passes it straight out of play. Straight out for a Palace throw. 10 yards in front of a Liverpool player and straight out for a throw. You could not fucking make this up. Frimpong has it right side to Gravenberch. Virgil. Rio. Back to Kurt. Why are we going backwards, for fuck's sake, lads? Out right side to Frimpong. Nobody popping into the space for Frimpong. Nobody. Back to Virgil. No one between the lines there. Gakpo. Lads, lovely little touches and all here, but we need to be getting the fucking ball towards the penalty area. Palace clear. Come on, boys. Final minute stoppage time. Gravenberch to Frimpong. Salah. Again, get it in. Virgil. Out to Chiesa. Who runs into traffic. Come on, boys. Get it into the fucking area. Oh, fuck's sake. Another throw into Liverpool. Will you hurry along? We've wasted a minute and a half here just moving the ball around. Palace ahead, another one away. This is finishing 1-1 now. Palace throw in on the far side. Stargirl said Alisson has been our best player. He has. Throw into Crystal Palace again on the far side. Kirkes clears it. I'm sure they'll be going for a long one. And thank you, Stargirl. Appreciate you. I don't know why when we had possession up there, we weren't trying to get across into the box. We were just moving it side to side again and doing nothing. Wasted a minute and a half doing it. Do hit that subscribe button, by the way, folks, if you can, for me. 34 to go. Throw in comes. It's flicked on. Second ball. Drops. Nketiah. Palace win it. Palace win it at the death. 2-1. Eddie Nketiah. From a long throw in again. (2-1) Palace. Eddie Nketiah with the winner. Can't defend a long throw in. Can't defend anything. Can't defend. He may be offside. I don't know who that came off last. I've no idea what's going on with VAR here. They're checking something, but like checking the offside, but I have no idea what way it's going to go. Goal stands. Palace win. Goal given. 2-1. It's all over. Palace win. 2-1. Right at the death. Look, we've gotten away with it for weeks. And look, I'm going to be honest. Palace deserve to win that game of football. They win it at the death, just as we've won it at the deaths in many weeks. And if we're being honest with ourselves, over 90 minutes, Palace deserve to win that game of football. Just, yeah, lots of wondering and work and questions, and yeah, this needs to be answered with a performance against Chelsea next Saturday, because, like I said, it was a pathetic display for most of the game. We created chances in the second half. We got ourselves an equaliser. And then Palace did to us what we've done to so many other teams. If there's one thing you take from today's game, it is that we cannot defend. We are bullied from set pieces and we cannot defend. Another one. Every time we get a set piece, we're susceptible. Congratulations to Crystal Palace for their win. They were the better team. They deserved their win. Yeah. We would look, if we had got a draw of that, it'd have glossed over the result because we were terrible. Kirke's clearance was poor, said VI Jokers. It still doesn't stop the fact we should have defended a throw-in better, mate. Now wake up, lad, said Itachi. Right. We'll be back with our match reaction in 60 seconds. Before we do, just a reminder, you can enter a giveaway with thanks to our friends at the Collector's Corner you can win this signed framed Diogo Jota shirt. Get over to the Anfield Agenda Instagram account at Anfield Agenda to have a look. And I'll see you guys in 60 seconds for the match reaction. It finishes at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace 2, Liverpool 1. A thoroughly deserved win for Oliver Glasner's side, but we'll pick the bones out of another poor Liverpool performance.